Good evening and welcome to Home Team Sports Broadcast. This is Jeremy Adkins joined by JD Fritz, bringing you the season kickoff matchup between the Jefferson High Cougars and the Spring Mill Cardinals. Beautiful night tonight. JD, let's get into it.
All right. Guys, we're going to talk a little bit about some keys to the game between these two teams. Obviously, they have a little bit of history, even though it's a short history. Spring Mills has been open since 2013. There's been some great games between the two. Jeremy, we're looking at Spring Mills coming in here to try to knock off the Jefferson Cougars. What is your keys to this game for Spring Mills to upset the Cougars?
Well, Spring Mills has got a very small roster this year, and most of their best players are going to be playing both ways. Normally you would say a big key is to keep your defense off the field, but the Anderson brothers are definitely going to be going both ways, as well as Keon Mills. They run more of a power spread. They spread them out, but they run it a lot. Get Jefferson on their heels. Quick score to start the game would help if they receive the ball. Other than that, Jefferson has a lot of team speed you're going to have to keep up with. They got three of the fastest track kids in the state, Delgado, Roper, and Robinson. And I just don't know how you're going to stop all three of them at the same time.
Yeah, I agree. Couple key points I'll make for Spring Mills. They definitely have to protect the ball, limit the turnovers, and stay ahead of the change, second and short, third and short. That would help them out a lot. And, they have to contain Jefferson's playmakers and limit those big plays.
So Spring Mills is coming off of a 4-6 season last year where they missed the playoffs. Kind of got off track when they lost a heartbreaker out in Hedgesville in the last play of the game. Jefferson coming off a second state semifinal appearance in a row. Craig Hunter looking to build on that and get them to the quarterfinals this year.
Yeah, and Jefferson, they just got to, keep doing what they did last year and build on that. They need to get the ball in the, hands of their playmakers. Obviously, that's Keyshawn, Tayshawn, even Rodrigo. There's a couple new guys this year that are going to step in, like Craig Hunter said earlier in the week. They just also need to control the ball. If they control they control the line of scrimmage and the time of possession, I think Jefferson will be in a good situation tonight.
As far as the play in the trenches, Jefferson's returning a lot of good linemen. You got Noah Bajent, got rising senior Wyatt Shively, and then also the sophomore Kip Waldeck has stepped up at center. A little bit more experience on that side of the ball than Spring Mills has. So yeah. I think Jefferson, that's a battle that they're going to be able to control and run the ball.
Yeah, and Spring Mills is going to have big play tonight from Max Anderson, who's been, starting as their quarterback since he was a freshman. Now he's a junior. You have slot receiver, running back Keon Mills that's going to have to step up and play a big role, as well as Cam Taylor. Those guys are going to have to get in space, and I think if they can get in space, that'll give Jefferson a few problems, but we'll see how they adjust because we know that Jefferson can definitely match their speed.
Yeah, the Cardinals are going to have the Cardinals were presented a unique situation over the summer. Their head coach, Coach Sims, had to step aside, had some stuff going on in his personal life, and step down for the greater good of the team. And Coach Law had to step down, and Josh Sims has replaced him. But as far as experience go, they do have longtime area and multiple state champion defensive coordinator Buddy Hessen and his nephew Jalen on staff now. So they definitely have some championship pedigree that they can bring to these young players over at Spring Mills.
Yeah, he's definitely made a big difference, Coach Hessen, on that defensive side of the ball. He's been coaching the defense for many years in the Eastern Panhandle, and I look for big things, for him and this Spring Mills defense.
Yeah, at our home team media day in Charlestown a week and a half ago, Coach Hessen talked a lot at length about getting the best 11 players on the field. So.
Yeah, and that's why you'll see a lot of Max Anderson this week. Typically, you don't want to have your starting quarterback. At least most teams don't if you can avoid it. But Max obviously is one of those 11 you talked about, and you will definitely see him moved around a lot. Coach Hessen talked about having him at safety, maybe outside linebacker, possibly even a corner. He had even mentioned. So you'll see him a lot all over the field wherever he's needed, necessary. So we're going to take a short break, and we're going to get ready for the kickoff. We have about 4:54 left before the opening kick, and we will take a short break and hear a word from our sponsors.
Helping families is my passion. It's what I love to do. Hi, I'm Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty. I've established a reputation for making your journey simple regardless of your price point. They say it takes a village, so I work closely with other professionals in the industry to make your experience a smooth one from start to finish.
We're so happy that we chose Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty to help us during our buying and selling process. If you would like a 5-star experience from top to bottom, choose Cheryl Yates.
As an Eastern Panhandle native, I possess an insight and knowledge of the area that is essential to reaching your goals. Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
This is Jimmy, General Manager at Ameritech Tire and Auto, here to serve you with all your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Atkins, broadcast announcer for Home Team Sports TV, sales consultant here at EPAC Motors. Make a fast break to 838 East Moeller Avenue in Martinsburg. Come see me for a slam dunk of a deal.
All right, Chloe, well, congratulations on your new policies. And just basically making sure all of your information looks okay. I went ahead and emailed you proof of insurance as well as ID cards. And if you need me for any reason, just don't hesitate to reach out. You can give me a call or text me anytime, okay?
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you. Buying or selling real estate? Katra Law is the local choice for real estate closings. In fact, we were honored to be chosen as the best of the best real estate closing attorneys for 2022 by the Martinsburg Journal. With offices conveniently located on Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg and South George Street in Charlestown, Katra Law proudly serves the Eastern Panhandle. Whether on the court, field, or in the classroom, we wish all of our student athletes a safe and successful
here at Cougar Stadium in Shenandoah Junction, West Virginia, where the Spring Mills Cardinals are taking on the Jefferson Cougars. I am your host, J.D. Fritz, with my broadcast partner, Jeremy Atkins. And
got a hot, humid night for this kickoff of the EPAC season, J.D.
Absolutely. So it's going to be exciting. First week of football. Just don't know what to expect from each team. So I'm really looking forward to getting it started.
Yeah, well, while we're waiting to get going, talk about upcoming stuff we got going on here on Home Team Sports. On September the 1st, we're going to be broadcasting the Stonebridge at Martinsburg game. Stonebridge, a perennial Virginia powerhouse from over the mountain in Ashburn, gonna come take on the Bulldogs.
That's a game that I think everybody's been waiting for a couple of years now.
JD, I could tell you about Stonebridge. I used to live in their school district when I lived in Northern Virginia, and Mickey Thompson is the Dave Walker of Virginia. He is a legend.
Yeah, they have a great program there. They produced many D1 players and even NFL players recently. So I can't wait to see that game as well.
And on September 2nd, we're bringing you right back here to Jefferson County. Thomas Johnson's going to take on the Washington Patriots.
And that'll be exciting. We haven't seen much of Thomas Johnson over the years. We used to play them when I was in high school back in the 90s, and they were always tough. They always had a good program. So that should be a great game to look forward to as well.
And Saturday, the 9th of September, we're going to be right here at Cougar Field in Shenandoah Junction. Big-time playoff rematch. Spring Valley making the drive from down south to come in here and try to exact revenge from their playoff loss last year, where Jefferson, the underdog, came in and upset them.
Absolutely. That was a great game. I was there. My son played for Jefferson last year, and it was just an awesome, fun game to be a part of. I'm glad to see that they added Spring Valley to the schedule, and I think that'll be another game that the fans will definitely be looking forward to.
This time the Cougars might have the advantage. They are ranked higher so far this year, and you can't let the grass grow here like they do down south to combat the speed.
That's right, and I think that hurt them last year in the playoffs as the rain fell before the game, and the game was so sloppy that it just hurt Spring Valley. They had no footing, and Jefferson benefited from that with all their speed on the outside.
And we're going to take you around the EPAC, this evening's games. Big-time game, probably the biggest one in the state right tonight. Hedgesville traveling up to the island to take on Wheeling Park.
Yeah, I tell you, Wheeling Park has had a great team. They lost, one of their speedsters, one of the faster guys in the state, so it's going to be interesting to see how they replace him this year. But, Hedgesville, they've got a few transfers in themselves, and they're looking to bounce back on, last year.
I'd say this is a statement game for the Eagles to try to put themselves on the map in the state of West Virginia.
Definitely.
We got Hanley coming up from Winchester, Virginia, to take on the Musselman Applemen down the road in Inwood. Big kickoff game for the Applemen. They're breaking out the golf cart with the apple on it and the train horn tonight.
Yeah, Musselman's always got a great program out there, coached by Brian Thomas.
Great student section.
Absolutely, but Sharando always brings it every year, and that's just going to be another tough game, and definitely well worth the watch.
And crosstown tonight, we got Page County already down 14-0 to the Washington Patriots, looking to get their program back on track. Exciting stuff going on over there. And tomorrow, the big-time showdown in Ironton, Ohio. The Martinsburg Bulldogs taking on Clarkson North out of Canada.
So Jefferson Cougars are set to kick off in the game tonight. Back deep, it looks like that'll be number 11, Jason Schreiner. And I can't see the other number, but Spring Mills will receive. Jonathan Paneros for the Cougars is set to kick it off.
So Spring Mills going to start out on the offensive side of the ball and see if they can get that quick score on the board like we talked about in our pregame show, JD.
And here we go. The 2023 football season is underway. as Cam Taylor takes the ball up over to the 20, out to the 30, 35, 37, knocked out of bounds there at about the 40-yard line.
That's Mr. Wilberger knocking him out of bounds.
Give him the 39, 38 and a half, 39-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Cardinals.
Good return. Spring Mills starting the game off on a good note.
So Max Anderson comes out as the quarterback this year. He's a junior. He will bring his team out. So 1st and 10. They've actually marked it on the 41-yard line.
So Max is going to line up with his younger brother Xavier, who's going to play a tight end H-back type position for him, and in the slot this year. He's up to about 6'4", 6'5", so that's a big weapon if Spring Mills can figure out how to utilize him correctly.
So Anderson takes the snap, hands it to Alex Eaton. He finds a little bit of room over the left side, out to about the 47-yard line. Nice gain there on 1st down for the Cardinals.
Wrapped up by a couple Cougars in the secondary there.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Cardinals.
Definitely a good way to start out on 1st down. Now we're working with a short yardage situation on 2nd.
Xavier Anderson out here to the near side, guarded by Tayshawn Roper. Anderson takes a snap once again, hands it to Eaton. He cuts to the right. Not much doing there.
Steven Cameron on the tackle.
Nice job by the Cougar defense. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. Brings up 3rd and let's call it 2. Maybe 2 yards they gained on that one. So 3rd and 2 for the Cardinals on the 49-yard line.
Let's see what they come out here with in this short yardage situation. I got a feeling they're going to try to stay and run between the tackles on this one and pick up that short yardage.
So it looks like they're in the pistol formation. They've got Anderson. Behind him is Eaton. The handoff goes to the left to Alex Eaton, and he is close to a Cardinal 1st down. Will they give it to him?
That's going to be real close. It might bring out the sticks. A couple Cougars led by Nasir Jacobs.
1st down Cardinals. So this is what Spring Mills needed to do, and we talked about in the pregame, is control the line of scrimmage, move the chains, short yardage situations, and they've got a good drive going here.
Well, this type of grinded out game is going to benefit them as far as you saving energy and not running up and down the field.
So 1st and 10, handoff to Eaton again.
Gobbled up in the backfield.
Swallowed up there.
Noah Bajent.
Nice penetration by number 53, Noah Bajent, there in the middle of that defensive line. No gain on the play.
2nd and long.
And that's what the Cougars defense needs to do. They have to get penetration into the backfield and stop that run.
Spring Mills doing a good job of running time off the clock.
So 2 receivers here to the near side. Eaton to the right. Motion by Spring Mills. Anderson rolls out here. He's looking for somebody to throw to. He's got a man there on the sideline, out of bounds.
Zachary Bender, but the pass is not complete. Can't get his feet down inbounds.
Bender made the catch, but just had 2 feet out of bounds. That was close. It was a good effort.
Good rollout and throw by Anderson, just slightly off the mark.
So 3rd and 10 now for the Cardinals. So this is a big 3rd down for the Cardinals.
So let's see if Jefferson's going to bring the heat or if they're going to lay back in coverage. Expecting Spring Mills to throw to the sticks. Looks like they got everybody within 10
Nate
yards.
Graham out here with Xavier Anderson spread out to the right. Max Anderson takes a snap. He drops back. He's got some pressure. He gets away from the pressure to the left. He's got room to run up the sideline and out of bounds. It looks like he picks up the 1st down. Let's see where they mark it.
Oh, my. He just evaded the grasp.
38-yard line. They'll mark it there, I believe. Nice escape by Anderson on the play. Had a little room to run off to the left side. And Jefferson was able to finally knock him out of bounds on the 38-yard line of the Cougars.
Max Anderson is a shifty dual-threat quarterback. You got to watch him when he gets out rolling in the flat. You don't know if he's going to let the ball go or if he's going to tuck it and run it.
So 1st and 10 for the Cardinals on Jefferson's 38-yard line. Anderson takes the snap, hands it to Eaton over the left side. He's got a little bit of room, but it closed quickly. Maybe a gain of 3 on the play down to the 35-yard line.
Looks like he got wrapped up by Keyshawn Robinson and another Cougar on that play.
So positive yards there for Spring Mills. That's what they need to do. Continue to just get 3 or 4 yards and pick up first downs and keep this drive alive.
Second and 7 is definitely a better position to be in than 2nd and 10 like they were last time.
So Anderson and Bender here split to the near side. Eaton in the backfield with Anderson. Anderson takes the snap, a little delay. Rolls out here. He's under a little pressure, and they got to him this time. No, he's still on his feet. He is really slippery in there.
He slipped right out of the grasp of Shively.
They had him for a sack and a loss of 2 or 3. I think he still lost a yard on the play.
On that particular play, the Cougars all swarmed to the ball. I think that's what they're going to have to do every play with Anderson.
Yeah, he's
very elusive.
Elusive, very good athlete, and he's definitely hard to get a hold of. You've got to wrap him up. So 3rd and 9 for the Cardinals on the Cougars' 37-yard line. So Anderson and the gun got motion. A little sweep here, jet sweep to the right. He's got Bender. Maybe picks up 3, maybe 4 yards on the play down to the 30-yard line. Call it the 31-yard line. That's going to be well short of a first down. But let's see what the Cardinals decide to do. Looks like it's going to be 4th and call it 4.
Demarius Wallace with the big stop there to prevent the first down.
Good job on the Cougars defense. But still, once again, positive yards. You know, they have a good 4th and manageable situation right here for the Cardinals getting deep into Jefferson territory.
They're in that no man's land zone where you can't kick a field goal and you got to go for it.
So we'll call it 4th and 3. Oh, the Cougars jumped. Well done by Max Anderson with that hard count and got Jefferson to jump off sides, and that will
costly mistake.
So first down for the Cardinals. You just can't do that if you're Jefferson and you've got them back on their heels, and you've got to focus and concentrate more.
Big time play by Anderson there with the hard count to get him to jump. And we're going to have 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Spring Mills still driving, approximately 6.5 minutes to go here in this first half at Cougar Stadium, 0-0.
So it looks like Cam Taylor's in the backfield now. The handoff does go to Taylor to the left. He's got a little speed, but look at that great tackle by Nasir Jacobs.
He ran him down, showing that athleticism.
It looked like Taylor had some room to run there to the left side, but Nasir Jacobs said, no, sir.
He blew right around that end and ran him down.
Great defensive play by Nasir.
Got him for a loss of 1, so it's going to be 2nd and 11 Spring Mills.
Yeah, the Cougars going to dial up some blitzes and miss, a lot of different things on defense to show the Cardinals different looks. And that time it paid off well. So Taylor lines up to the left of Anderson. A little read option, Anderson up the middle, not much doing there as he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Gang tackle by the Cougars. No gain on the play, 3rd and 11.
It looks like Jefferson might be starting to figure some things out here in this first series.
Spring Mills needs to come up with a big play here to get a first down or get themselves in a manageable 4th down situation. It may still be a little too far. Keep them out of field goal range.
I believe that's Taylor still to the left of Anderson. Anderson will take the snap. He drops back, looks to pass. Little screen play over through Taylor, and that falls incomplete, and it brings up 4th down and long, 4th and 11 for Spring Mills.
Jared Wilberger bringing the pressure to force Max Anderson into the overthrow.
Yeah, another great defensive play by that line of Jefferson. Just getting penetration every play. I think that's what the coaches want, causing a lot of havoc in the backfield, making it very difficult for Spring Mills.
4th and 11.
So it looks like trips left for Spring Mills. Cam Taylor to the left in the backfield with Anderson. Anderson back to pass. He's looking up. He's got to run. He comes out here to the right. He's got a little bit of room. There's a flag on the play. Anderson's wrapped up. He's just got to throw it away. We'll have to wait and see what the flag is.
I don't know if we're going to have a hold downfield or...
I think there might be holding on the offense. I would assume that Coach Hunter will decline that, and the ball would go over to the Jefferson Cougars.
So
Here we go.
The Cougars coming out for their first offensive possession of the 2023 season. Lining up returning quarterback Dylan Harrich.
Looks like we have Tony Allen, number 9, Jackson Rockwell, 4, split out as receivers. Tayshawn Roper is in the backfield along with Herrick as well. And you've got Keyshawn Robinson and Demarius Wallace, number 15, in the slot. So here we go, the first snap for the 2023 season for the Jefferson Cougars.
1st and 10, 4:48 to go in the first quarter.
Tony Allen in motion. Behind, swings it out to Roper. Roper's trying to look for some room, nothing doing. He's dancing around. Great play by the Spring Mills Cardinals, and that's a huge loss.
Big time
of 10.
tackle in the backfield.
So that first play of the 2023 season goes for a huge loss.
Keon Mills getting into the backfield from the safety position.
Well defended by the Cardinals. That puts Jefferson in a hole right off the bat. We got trips left over here to the near side.
2nd and 20 for the Cougars.
Herrick takes the snap. He swings it to Wallace. Wallace has a little bit of room. He makes a nice move up the middle. Demarius Wallace picks up a first down out over to the 40-yard line for the Cougars. Nice little pitch and catch between Herrick and Wallace there.
And that gets the crowd into the game.
Yep, they just took what the defense gave him, Jeremy. He was wide open and just a little dump pass, little hitch maybe to Wallace there, and he made one nice cut and got straight up field, and that's what you want to see from your receivers.
3 words for you, yards after catch.
Absolutely. So Goins there in the tight end position, H-back, along with Roper beside Herrick to his left. Herrick's barking out the signals. Oh, there's movement there on the line and the receivers.
Looks like that's going to go against.
Looks like we got a false start, and that's going to back them up 5. And they've already had 2 negative plays in the first 3, and that's not going to make Coach Hunter very happy.
Never good to shoot yourself in the foot after such a positive play like that. So now they're going to be in a 1st and 15 situation from approximately their own 35-yard line. Just over 3 minutes here to go in the first.
So Herrick comes out in the gun again. Roper to his left. Keyshawn Robinson split up to the top of the. It's split, swung out to Roper. Roper's got a little room down, speed down the sideline. Roper might be gone to the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown, Cougars. Tayshawn Roper showing off his speed there. Taking that ball, 65 yards, 60 yards to the house.
That is a big play. That's going to deflate Spring Mills. They had an awesome first drive, ran a lot of time off the clock. They couldn't get into the end zone. Jefferson comes out and bang, bang, scores in 2 minutes.
It looked like Spring Mills had a chance to knock him out of bounds right around the 50, and they couldn't get him, and Roper just did the rest.
Well, Roper's not only fast, he's quick, and he's elusive.
And I'm sure they're going to be, Jefferson coaches will be pleased with that play. Jonathan Panaris on to attempt the extra point for the Cougars. snap down, good. Kick is up, and it's good. So with 2:56 left in the first quarter, it's the Jefferson Cougars 7, Spring Mills 0.
Quick first drive for the Cougars to get up 7-0, starting their season out in a good way.
Well, Jeremy, they started off not so great, moving backwards for two plays, and then that's what Jefferson's going to be about, I believe, this year between Roper and Robinson and even Delgado. Those guys, Wallace, we saw Wallace had a nice catch and run there in the first series. They've got a lot of speed to burn, and they could just take one play, and they're to the house.
They have a lot of big playability.
So Jonathan Panaris is set to kick off for the Cougars. Back deep for the Cardinals is number 1 Cam Taylor, number 11 Jason Schreiner, and I can't tell who that. Jeremy, you see that? Sometimes I can't tell the numbers.
That is just too far away.
Might be. Looks like number 2 Keon Mills.
Yeah, that's Keon.
Panaris with the kick, a little short kick, squibber. That's going to go out of bounds, and that's not going to make Hunter happy either.
Spring Mills starting off in good field position.
You got to keep that ball in bounds. I know you want to try to keep it away from those deep threats, but you got to keep it in play.
Yeah, you never want to give up that bad kick that goes out of bounds and let your opponent start at the 35-yard line.
Well, they're choosing to re-kick. I guess that's their choice.
Yeah, Spring Mills can either choose to take the penalty spot or have them re-kick it.
Okay, we'll see how that works out for them. But
if I was Jefferson, I would definitely be doing that squib kick into, like right now we're between the 45 and the 35. Other teams historically have had a lot of success doing pooch kicks and getting onside kicks, namely Martinsburg, over the last 4 or 5 years. So I would be trying for that. I wouldn't necessarily be wanting to kick the ball back to.
So Panaris tees it up again. Here we go. That's a better one. A little pooch kick down to Cam Taylor. He takes the ball over to the 30-yard line. Nice play by the Cougars. He hesitated just enough, and a great play down there on the Cougars special teams.
Takeem Drake and Nolan Mahleb on the tackle.
So Spring Mills will start 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line.
Well, that looked like it backfired a little bit on them. They should have went ahead and took the spot.
Yeah, it looked like he hesitated a little bit trying to find an opening to run, and there was just nothing, and by the time he decided to run,
my best guess
Cougars
would be Coach Sims' thinking is big play there, get a return, you get right back in the game, get momentum back behind your team. And Spring Mills has some speedsters and can also come up with some big plays.
So Max Anderson out for his second possession, hands the ball to Alex Eaton to the left side. He's got a little bit of room down the sideline. Great run. Not sure what happened over there on the side for the Cougars defense. There just was nobody there, but it looks like a gain of 9 for the Cardinals.
Sophomore Rockwell Johnson on the tackle.
They might be giving him the first down, Jeremy.
They are giving him the first down. According, nope.
2nd and 1.
Scoreboard just flipped a second.
So 2nd and short, call it 1 for the Cardinals after a great run by Alex Eaton. Max Anderson takes the snap again. It looks like he was going to hand it to Anderson. The pressure comes. He gets out. He slips again out of the I tell you, Max Anderson is a slippery guy, man. He got out of that. It looked like he was sacked. He was just standing there, and the Cougars had him, and he just decided to run, got out of there, and it looks like he might have picked up the first down.
Finally got pulled to the turf by Noah Bajent.
Just when you think the Cougars have an opportunity for a sack, Max Anderson says, I don't think so. And he slips out of there.
A less mobile quarterback probably would have been sacked 4 times by now, JD.
So 1st and 10. Ball is on the 37-yard line of the Cardinals. Anderson takes the direct snap up the middle, has some room to run, straight up the middle. Good gain by Max Anderson of about 14 yards down to the 49-yard line of the Cougars.
Trips himself up with the assistance of Rockwell Jackson, and that's going to be a first down for Spring Mills.
Great read on the part of Anderson, and he just had a huge gap to run and didn't get touched till he was 10 or 12 yards down the field. So Spring Mills doing more of the same what they did in the first series, is just keeping it on the ground and just making the Jefferson Cougars, work hard. And they just got penetration that time, and it looks like Cam Taylor had nowhere to go, or call it Alex Eaton. They might have lost a half a yard on that play.
Tackled by several Cougars, led by Quentin Goins.
Yeah, Quentin's going to be a big factor this year for the Cougars. One of the top defensive players in the state coming in to the season.
Got to give him a ton of credit last year. Switched from several different positions and turned himself into an all-state player.
So second and 11 for the Cardinals. Anderson takes the snap. He hands it to Eaton over to the right. He cuts up the middle. He's got some room to run. Alex Eaton, big gain down to the Cougars' 34-yard line. Make that 36.
Brought down by Shively and Rockwell.
Another big gain and a first down for the Cardinals. And they are just finding gaps, huge gaps in the Cougars' defense, Jeremy.
Looked like last possession, Jefferson had Spring Mills kind of figured out. This possession, Spring Mills is right back to what they were doing and moving the ball chunks of yards at a time.
And that's where you make adjustments during the game. So kudos to the coaches for finding some things that they think will work. And so far this drive they have. So it looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field for the Cardinals. So with 23 seconds left in the first quarter.
We're going to take you to a commercial break from our sponsors, Home Team Sports. Home Team Sports, Spring Mills lining up for this 1st and 10 with 23 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, Spring Mills has made some adjustments, and they've kind of figured some things out on this particular drive, and they've looked really good driving the ball, doing what they want to, and it's 1st and 10 on the 37-yard line of Jefferson. A little bit of motion for the Cardinals. Direct snap to Anderson. He finds just a little bit of room up the middle, maybe down to the 32, 33-yard line. So a nice little gain of 4 on the play for Max Anderson.
Looks like that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. Spring Mills down 7-0. Think that might be good expectations for him. I
was just getting ready to say that. I think, Spring Mills probably is really happy with where they're at after this first quarter. Jefferson, not so much, just one possession. And, yes, they scored the touchdown, but they definitely had 2 negative plays early on in their first series. So they've got to get something going once they get the ball back.
And with that being said, they're taking a break, and we're going to take a break. Hear a word from our wonderful sponsors.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty. I've established a reputation for making your journey simple regardless of your price point. They say it takes a village, so I work closely with other professionals in the industry to make your experience a smooth one from start to finish.
We're so happy that we chose Cheryl Gates with ERA Liberty Realty to help us during our buying and selling process. If you would like a 5-star experience from top to bottom, choose Cheryl Yates.
As an Eastern Panhandle native, I possess an insight and knowledge of the area that is essential to reaching your goals. Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
Welcome back to the Junction. Getting ready to start the second quarter off. Spring Mills driving, got the ball on the Cougars' 32-yard line. The lights are on and ready to get back to action, Mr. Fritz.
Yep, Jeremy, we are ready. Max Anderson under center again. He takes the snap, hands it to Cam Taylor, up the middle. Tough yards. It looks like He keeps grinding his feet, and it looks like he might have picked up 2 or 3 on the play to bring up a 3rd and short for Spring Mills Cardinals.
And the Cougars swarm into that ball again. That tackle was made by the entire defensive line and linebacking core. That's what you got to do with them. You can't. Mills and Anderson are very, very slippery and elusive. First person can't arm tackle them. The first person, even with a technique tackle, might miss.
Yeah, and Spring Mills is making it really tough on the Cougars right now by just ground and pound. They've only put the ball in the air once or twice, so Jefferson needs to figure something out on defense.
And I think Spring Mills has been playing the game they
motion,
wanted to play.
Jet sweep. Got Keon Mills out there off to the left. Doesn't pick up much, I think he's just shy of the first down.
It's like he gets driven out of bounds by Rockwell.
So it looks like it's going to be 4th and a yard.
Big time play for Spring Mills here.
Actually, no, 4th and 2 it looks like maybe.
They got 2 up on the board.
Knocked him out of bounds on the Cougars' 28-yard line.
This is going to be a big play for Spring Mills. They need to convert here.
Big play for Spring Mills, but also a huge play for the Cougars' defense to get off the field. They've been on the field a lot already in this game.
Oh, big stop here is going to definitely bring the crowd to
its feet. And it looks like a false start.
And for the second time this game, the offense is going to shoot themselves in the foot on a short play and back themselves up.
Looks like number 52, Prophet Gilam, if I'm pronouncing that right, moved a little early for the Cardinals. So now we'll call it 4th and 6. Makes it a little harder for Spring Mills. So we'll see what the Cougars defense has dialed up this time.
Having not heard and seen a lot out of Spring Mills during the off season this year, as opposed to
I'm sorry to cut you off, Jeremy. They had to call it
a timeout.
The play clock was running down, and they just couldn't get the play off. It looked like there was a little bit of confusion in the huddle for the Cardinals, and they had to burn their second timeout of the half here early in the second quarter.
Tonight's home team sports contest is being brought to you by Catrell Law, Goosehead Insurance and Neil Powell, Opequon Motors and Jeremy Adkins, R&L Landscaping, Ameritech Tire and Auto in Inwood and Ranson, the Barn and Bridal and Formula Wear, Mountain State Basketball Academy, Cheryl Yates of ERA Liberty Realty, Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill in Ranson, Tuesday night 50-cent wings, and Big Mike's Grillin' for all your catering needs.
So they are out of the huddle, and Spring Mills is set and to the line of scrimmage, ready to run this 4th down play. Max Anderson calling out the cadence. Alex Eaton to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Anderson takes the ball. He drops back to pass. He's throwing deep. Ball is underthrown and falls incomplete. Not a very well thrown ball for Anderson. It looks like hands might have been sweaty and slipped out. Might have had a receiver open for a second, but it fell short.
If they wanted to get ticky-tack, they could have got Anderson for an offensive pass interference. He had the DB by the arm.
Nevertheless, it's the turnover on downs for the Cardinals, so the Cougars will take over 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line, 37-yard. Yeah, 33-yard line.
There was that big stop from the Cougars defense you were talking about, JD. Student section on their feet here in Cougar Stadium.
So here we go, Jeremy. We've got Keyshawn Robinson lined up in the backfield. Hunter talked about some wrinkles, and I think this is going to be something we'll see from time to time. Robinson takes the handoff to the left side. He breaks one tackle, gets down the sideline, and knocked out of bounds at about the 38-yard line.
My, now I know why he's the fastest man in the state of West Virginia.
Man, he's just exciting to watch, and you can't help get excited when he gets the ball because he can literally take it to the house every single time.
And what you were stating on, I thought a big thing that Coach Hunter and the Cougars needed to do this year was try to move Keyshawn Robinson around, just do whatever you can to get the ball in his hands and let him make plays.
So 2nd and about 5 for the Cougars. Herrick takes it, gives it to Roper. Roper's got a little bit of room to run. His helmet comes off, and the play's dead at that moment when a player loses their helmet. He didn't fall to the ground. It looked like he would have broken the tackle, but Tayshawn Roper's helmet got knocked off, and he has to come out for a play. So into the game for Roper is number 9, Tony Allen, for the Cougars.
And that's going to bring us to 3rd and 4 for Jefferson. That's a unfortunate play for the Cougars there. I feel he would have picked up the first down. I know he would have picked up at least 2 more yards.
Yeah, he's so shifty out there. So it's called it 3rd and about 4 for the Cougars.
Looks like he's fine down on the sideline, though, just adjusting his helmet and making sure.
So an empty backfield for Herrick. 2 receivers to each side with Quentin Goins, the lead blocker. Herrick runs to the right side, dances around, doesn't have a lot of room, but it looks like he has enough to pick up the first down.
It's close.
I think if he would have followed his blocker, Goins, up the middle, he might have gained another few yards. He went the opposite. Goins went one way, and Herrick went the other way. But the
first
result
down
was
nonetheless.
Yep. So first down, Jefferson Cougars. Ball on the 44-yard line, their own 44-yard line. Delgado's in the backfield now to the left of Herrick. Goins is the lead blocker. Little hard count on Herrick's part, but the Cardinals don't fall for it. You've got Keyshawn Robinson down here by himself to the near side. Herrick with a bad snap. He bobbles it, and he just has to fall on it, but he never gained possession of the ball.
That was almost a devastating play for Jefferson.
Herrick looks like he got the ball back. He's looking for a flag for unnecessary roughness, but didn't get it.
They were the play clock was starting to wind down a good bit there. I think he may have gotten a little bit antsy in the backfield wanting the ball.
So a loss of about 6 brings up 2nd and 16. Ball on the 38-yard line for the Cougars. And again, another negative play. So far, Jefferson's moving backwards more than they are forward. Herrick, another bobbled snap. He's back to pass, has room to run. He finds a receiver. Looks like Jackson Rockwell. He bobbles the ball, and it was just a little bit underthrown. It looked like Herrick had plenty of green field to run, to maybe even pick up a first down and more. He decides to throw it, and it was slightly underthrown, and the ball falls incomplete, and it's now 3rd down for the Cougars.
Good pass breakup by Spring Mill secondary.
Yeah, you definitely can't let any of Jefferson's receivers get their hands on the ball, or good things can happen.
Cam Taylor was on that ball like a hawk.
So we'll see what Coach Craig Hunter has dialed up here on a
big time 3rd down.
3rd and long for the Cougars, with Delgado in the backfield with Herrick. Another low snap. Herrick's back to pass. He finds Delgado down the middle. He makes the catch down to the 39-yard line, and a first down for the Cougars.
First-year Cougar Rodrigo Delgado with the big pickup.
So just when you think Jefferson is on their heels and pinned back, they come with another huge play. Great pass and an even better catch by Delgado.
With the speedy backs that they have who can also catch the ball out of the backfield, that's something to watch for to be called more as the game goes on, because both times they've ran that running back screen. The first time they ran that running back screen, Roper got 8 up on the first play of the game. That time, first time pickup for Delgado.
Keyshawn Robinson in motion. Another bobbled snap. Delgado gets the ball. He takes it to the right. He's got room to run. A nice gain down to the Spring Mills 27, 28-yard line. And there's your man Delgado again.
Nate Graham with the tackle on Delgado.
Delgado's fired up.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with the Jefferson kids. I've only lived down here for a year, but I think I've known Rodrigo since he was in intermediate school through other sports, and he's a heck of a track athlete, and he's bulked up a lot since last year. A lot of muscle, and he's moving the chains for Jefferson right now. Looks like they're going to get Roper on the field and Delgado, which we talked about before the game.
So 1st and 10. Herrick pitches it out to Roper. He takes the ball to the left, gets a block from Delgado, but very good defensive play by the Cardinals, and that was a negative gain for Roper on the play, probably a loss of 2, maybe 3.
It looks to me when Roper's in the game, Spring Mills is keen in on him a lot. And when Roper came out of the game and Delgado was in the backfield, they were not keen in on Delgado as much, and it gave Rodrigo a little bit more room to operate.
Yeah, you've already seen 3 different guys in the backfield running the ball for Jefferson: Roper, Delgado, Robinson. I think you've even seen Tony Allen either there in the slot. So you've got a lot of guys in the mix for Jefferson right now. Roper's lined up to Herrick's right. He takes the handoff up the middle, dances his way for a couple down to the 29-yard line of the Cardinals.
Jefferson's incredibly deep at running back, as well as a lot of those guys can line up at receiver in the slot also.
Absolutely. So with 5:27 left to go in the first quarter, the Cougars are driving.
Trying to add to that 7-point lead before halftime. Got the band playing. The cheerleaders are cheering. The humidity's starting to go away after the rainstorm that brought it out. Friday night lights are on for the EPAC and home team sports.
They're 3rd and 12. Herrick rolls out to the near side. He has a man. He's got Quentin Goins out here in the flat. Quentin had the ball, didn't pull it in, and he dropped it. He just has to focus and make that catch first before he turns and runs. But, yeah, it looked like it was going to be a positive gain. Not enough for a first, but it brings up 4th and 12 for the Cougars. So a big, big play here for the Jefferson Cougars as well as the Cardinals.
Well, just like last time, where you mentioned Jefferson getting a big stop, they got it. Spring Mills gets a big stop here, positions himself with an opportunity to get some points on the board before halftime, rather than letting Jefferson convert and possibly go up by double digits.
We'll see if Jefferson decides to go down the field, maybe to Robinson on the play. They really haven't thrown the ball down the field very much, just short little intermediate passes. And it looks like we have a timeout, Cougars.
So Jefferson calls the timeout. Looks like they're going to confer on the sideline, make sure they got the right personnel and play call in. Just under 5 to go here in the first half. What do you think of the game so far, JD?
Well, I tell you, if I was Spring Mills, I'd be very happy right now.
Absolutely.
If I was Coach Hunter and the Jefferson Cougars, probably not quite so much. Things haven't gone their way. They've had negative losses, and they've had bobbled snaps, maybe a penalty or two. So Jefferson hasn't kind of gotten in sync yet, and Spring Mills has kind of done the opposite. They've drove down the field and just can't quite convert. They turned the ball over on downs, but they've put 2 really good drives together in this first half. And Jefferson just hasn't, for lack of a better term, they've looked sloppy.
I think both Coach Hessens have done an excellent job preparing their defense for the speed of Jefferson. I really honestly expected this to be a 28-7, 21-7 game at this juncture, and Spring Mills is doing what they got to do, and one of our keys to the game should have been keeping the score low, probably.
So number 5, Bubbs Shelton, is in the game. They'll see if they use his speed. Down the field, it looks like they've got Jackson Rockwell. Had a step on the defender, Cam Taylor, but the pass was overthrown, and that'll go back to Spring Mills, 1st and 10.
Spring Mills going to take over with 4 minutes and 54 seconds to go. They got to get a score on this drive. Regardless, they're going to be kicking off to the Cougars in the second half.
And, Jeremy, I can't help to think that, the guy that everybody would love to see that ball go to is number 2, Keyshawn Robinson. It's very possible they're playing him man-to-man with a safety over the top. We'll have to look at that again, and they're trying to take that deep threat away. So Jefferson has to go to another man.
They're definitely shading the field toward Keyshawn.
With Spring Mills with a man in motion. Austin Spinks, handoff to the left. Is that Eaton? He tries to cut back up the middle. Flag on the play. Looks like in the way of holding on the Cardinals. We'll see if that's the case. But I've been impressed so far with how Spring Mills has been able to run the ball. They've mixed a little bit of off tackle with a little bit of Wildcat in there with Max Anderson, some runs to the outside. So, they've thrown a little bit of everything at Jefferson so far, and they've had pretty good success with it. They just haven't been able to put the ball in the end zone yet.
Lots of wrinkles, mixing it up, different formations. Definitely good good to keep the Cougars on their heels.
But on that play, a crucial holding call against the Cardinals will back them up 10 more yards to make it 1st and 20, and that's not the position they want to be back on the 19-yard line.
No, they got 81 yards to go to score and 4 minutes and 40 seconds to do it.
So Anderson will take the snap. He drops back to pass. He's looking for a receiver. He's got plenty of time. Receiver open. That is Mills across the middle. Nice catch by Keon Mills, and an even better pass by Anderson. That picks up the 10 yards that they lost on the penalty.
Demarius Wallace in on the tackle to prevent him from getting any more yards after the catch.
11 yards actually on the play to bring up 2nd and 9. So a great pickup there off the penalty for Spring Mills. You know, the line gave Anderson plenty of time. He stood strong in the pocket and delivered a great throw to Mills, who made the catch.
Yeah, he definitely showed a lot of poise on that one. Didn't get happy feet and take off and run with the ball.
Spinks in motion for the Cardinals. Anderson back to pass. He swings it out to Mills, to Spinks. It was just a little too far for him. He had him open, but just a little too much on it there.
A little bit too much juice on the ball there. It's going to put him in a 3rd and long. 9 yards to go to get the first down. Jefferson.
Yeah, Spring Mills, this is a key 3rd down, because if they give the ball back to Jefferson with this much time left, we all know that it only takes one play for Jefferson to score again. So let's hope that, Spring Mills can pick up this first down and keep their drive going. Max Anderson up the middle. They see it wide open. Good gain on 3rd down. So that makes a tough decision for the Spring Mills coaches. It looked like he gained about 6 yards on the play out to the 36-yard line, but we're still looking at 4th and call it 4.
I got a feeling if they don't run the punt team out, they are. I thought they were going to try to draw them off sides maybe.
So we'll get to see our first look at Keyshawn Robinson back to receive the punt for the Cougars.
I think Keyshawn might be the most electric return man in the Eastern Panhandle since Gerard Bowie was here.
That just might be a very accurate assessment, Jeremy.
I can't imagine who else anybody would pick.
So they punt it
nice punt.
Away from him, but Keyshawn runs over there to get it. He's up over to the 30, makes a move outside to the 40. He's across the 40, out to about the 46-yard line.
Get him with a late hit out of bounds on sportsmanlike conduct, I think.
And there is a flag.
That's going to be a costly penalty if that, in fact, is what it is.
Jefferson, well, the flag was thrown over here, so I don't know if it was a block in the back.
I saw it come out from the back judge at the Spring Mills 30-yard line. Threw it, too.
Robinson made a great catch. Yep, it's on the Cougars.
Oh.
So that'll back them up. They had great field position with 2:53 left in the half. Now that will pin them a little deeper and make them work a little harder. So that's a huge penalty on the Cougars. That's going to take them all the way back to their own 32-yard line.
That is a costly penalty. That's a 20-couple-yard penalty. Looks like it's still going to be a first down, though, because Jefferson did pick up the first down on that play. They got 2 minutes and 53 seconds to go, 68 yards.
So Jefferson's come out first down. 3 receivers to the near side for the Cougars. Roper in the backfield with Herrick. Herrick he's looking to get the Cardinals off sides with the hard count. They don't jump. That gives
10
Jefferson
to go on the play clock.
Jefferson time to change the play. Herrick moves Roper to the left side. Rodrigo in motion. I don't know. It looks like it might have been a broken play.
I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a sweep to Rodrigo, if Rodrigo Delgado was supposed to be the lead blocker on that play.
It just looked like there was a lot of confusion on the play, and this offense still has not yet, gotten together and gelled. There's a lot of, uncertainty so far. It seems to be on the Cougar side.
Oh, your first game, you're working out jitters. You're sometimes lining up with people that you haven't lined up with before, especially if you've had a consistent people that have played together for a long time. New tendencies with new players, which was one of my big questions at Media Day to the guys who were moving schools.
So 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. Herrick rolls out. He's got Delgado in the flat, but he decides to throw it to Aiden Miller, who makes a great catch on the sideline, and that's close to a first down, but I think they're going to be a yard or two short.
Good catch. He went up and grabbed the ball out of the air with his hands instead of waiting for it to come to him.
That number 8 just gets me excited, Jeremy. You know why.
I can understand and appreciate that, sir. I can understand and appreciate that.
Having a little flashback, but that's okay. Great catch by Aiden Miller there on the near side. Bad snap. Herrick has to pick it up. He runs to the right, but it benefits him because he's got plenty of room to run out up over the 50-yard line, out down to the Spring Mills 48,
Made
and
the
a
best
first
out
down.
of a broken play there.
Sometimes it works out for you.
He was able to keep his head up and make the reads to get to where the holes were. Running a hurry-up offense. We got 1:20 to go, and Jefferson trying to score again, and looks like that's going to be a false start on the Cougars.
Well, he pointed towards Spring Mills, so I don't know what the call was. Initially, I thought it was going to be maybe an illegal formation or a false start.
I just assumed if it was against Spring Mills, it would have been a free play.
Well, they're still pointing to Spring Mills, so.
Huh. Well, with that being said, Jeremy's wrong. But
Maybe they moved the ball. It was a delay of game. I think it was a delay of game on their part. So 5 yards more for the Cougars, so it makes it 1st and 5 for the Cougars. Herrick with the snap. He's looking. Oh, it looked like that was early.
He got there early.
Intended for Bubs Shelton, number 5 for the Cougars, who was open on the play, but a little shove in the back there by Isaiah Wang for the Cardinals.
Mr. Isaiah Wang got there a little bit early.
So that results in a first down for the Cougars.
One thing I will say about Spring Mills is, as we've been doing the game and looking over their roster, they've got a young team. Got a very young team. A lot of sophomores on this team making big contributions, as well as there's even a couple freshmen playing varsity tonight.
So 1st and 10, Herrick's dropped back to pass. He's got some room. He decides to run. He makes the throw to Bub Shelton, who makes the catch.
Nice read and throw.
Nice patience on Herrick's part. And a great catch there by Caleb Bub Shelton, who's going to see a much bigger role this year.
We're under a minute to play here in the first quarter.
So 2nd and 1 for the Cougars on the Cardinals 19-yard line. And it looks like there's a timeout.
Timeout, Cardinals. Spring Mills Cardinals.
That'll be their final timeout of the half.
Looks like they're looking to make sure they get the right personnel in the game. Be very, very big for them to keep Jefferson out off the scoreboard for the rest of the first half.
Yeah, Jefferson's at the 19, and with 42 seconds, I want to say they have 2 timeouts left. So yeah, they have enough time here and good field possession to get some points out of this. But so far, Jefferson's looked a little better on this drive than the previous 2 drives. They just have to minimize the penalties, and you got to figure they're working with a new center this year, so that's always a tough thing. Was you're working with a brand new center, and sometimes the snaps aren't always great, but that's something I know that they'll work on throughout the year and get that taken care of.
Well, it's still slippery out there too. We had a good rainstorm, and
Herrick with the ball, and Roper is bottled up for a big loss of maybe 3 or 4 yards, and the time is running. And the Cougars take a timeout. I am not sure what.
They're keying in on Tayshawn Roper tonight.
But to run a play up the middle, I don't know, with minimal
first
time
half.
left.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the play I would have run, but, Video game, Jeremy throws the ball to the sideline and with 30 seconds left to go.
Well, you don't know what they might be trying to set up also.
True.
Either in this drive or later in the game, so. Evidently, the coaches feel like they're in good
repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
Welcome back to Jefferson Cougar Stadium. Big third down for the Cougars.
Herrick takes a snap. He rolls over to the near side. He's looking for a receiver. He's got Robinson in the corner.
Got him.
And I think he caught it.
He got a foot down. That's a touchdown.
The officials will confer, and it is a touchdown, Cougars. Beautiful throw by Herrick, and a great catch by Keyshawn Robinson there in the corner of the end zone.
Huge play at the end of the first half to put Jefferson up by double-digit score.
That was a great catch. Robinson just called it right on the fingertips. Like you said, had 1 foot down, and that's all you need in high school. And that was a big play with just 28 seconds left to go in the half, as Jonathan Paneras will come on to attempt the extra point for the Cougars.
I'm going to have to say, so far for me, that might be my Ameritech Tire and Auto play of the game, JD.
Snaps down. Paneras with the kick, and it is good. So with 28 seconds left to go in the first half, the Cougars extend their lead 14-0 over the Spring Mills Cardinals.
Jefferson starting to settle into their groove, JD.
That was a much better drive and a much-needed touchdown by the Cougars to put a little separation between them and the Cardinals.
And that could be kind of disheartening. I think Spring Mills was kind of on a high that first half. They played really well. And to be honest, to be down 14 points to Jefferson, some might say it's pretty good. I'm pretty sure Spring Mills was hoping to tie this game up before halftime.
Well, in Spring Mills, the first couple series, even 3 series that they had the ball, I think they did what they wanted to do. They kept the ball on the ground. They're running clock, so they're limiting Jefferson's possessions and opportunities for, potential big plays like the ones we just saw. But Jefferson still will find ways to, have big plays and big touchdowns like we just saw right there.
Well, as we talked about, hot, humid night, my question is Spring Mills going to run out of gas before this is over? Jefferson's can go to the well, go to the bench. They're deeper. Spring Mills has a thin sideline as opposed to Jefferson.
Paneras with the kickoff down to Taylor, but they fumbled the ball. Bobbled up. Taylor picks the ball. He's got some room. He's got a little bit of speed. Out up over to the 30 to maybe the 32-yard line goes Cam Taylor.
Funny how a miscue can open up some holes sometimes.
Yeah, and Taylor definitely has some speed to burn as well for the Cardinals. So we'll see what Spring Mills can do with just 22 seconds left with no timeouts. That's going to be tough to try to drive the ball 68 yards.
It only takes one big play. See if Spring Mills can come up with that. I know they'd love to get some points before halftime.
So Anderson brings him out. He rolls to the right. He's looking for someone out there. Nobody out there. He just throws it away.
Smart play by Anderson.
Good decision.
17 seconds to go in the first, but smart decision. Didn't create another turnover. Got the ball out of bounds and on the ground to stop the clock.
And that shows a lot of maturity on Max Anderson's part. A year or two ago, he may have, tried to run with the ball or try to force the ball in there to a receiver, and it might have not worked out well. But in that situation, he did the best thing possible, and that's just to throw it away.
Definitely a good, smart football play there.
So that brings up second down, although the marker doesn't show it. It's 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals. Ball is on the 32, their own 32-yard line. It looks like to me they're just content on taking a knee, going into the half, regrouping, and being down 14-0 to the Cougars. So that'll do it, guys, for the first half. Jefferson Cougars 14 and the Spring Mills Cardinals nothing. And we will be back after a word from our sponsors.
Helping families is my passion. It's what I love to do. Hi, I'm Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty. I've established a reputation for making your journey simple regardless of your price point. They say it takes a village, so I work closely with other professionals in the industry to make your experience a smooth one from start to finish.
We're so happy that we chose Cheryl Gates with ERA Liberty Realty to help us during our buying and selling process. If you would like a 5-star experience from top to bottom, choose Cheryl Yates.
As an Eastern Panhandle native, I possess an insight and knowledge of the area that is essential to reaching your goals. Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
This is Jimmy, General Manager at Ameritech Tire & Auto, here to serve you with all your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Atkins, broadcast announcer for Home Team Sports TV, sales consultant here at EPAC Motors. Make a fast break to 838 East Moeller Avenue in Martinsburg. Come see me for a slam dunk of a deal.
Here at the barn, we have been making dreams come true since 1972, where we help women feel their most beautiful for any occasion.
All right, Chloe, well, congratulations on your new policies. And just basically making sure all of your information looks okay. I went ahead and emailed you proof of insurance as well as ID cards. And if you need me for any reason, just don't hesitate to reach out. You can give me a call or text me anytime, okay?
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Buying or selling real estate? Katra Law is the local choice for real estate closings. In fact, we were honored to be chosen as the best of the best real estate closing attorneys for 2022 by the Martinsburg Journal. With offices conveniently located on Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg and South George Street in Charlestown, Katra Law proudly serves the Eastern Panhandle. Whether on the court, field, or in the classroom, we wish all of our student athletes a safe and successful.
The ultimate hype guy. Love him. He's always pop.
year has been so. Heard the story? Yeah, but last year, somebody raised your hand.
The Jefferson Cougar Marching Band presents the 80s Upside Down, inspired by the Netflix series Stranger Things, arranged exclusively for the JJ's Band by Steve Martin, Nick Gilroy, and Aaron Hines. Drill design by Terry Williams. Led by drum major Jalen Anderson, assistant drum majors Atlas Batista and Molly Lasson. Band staff, Director of Bands J.P. Lynch, Assistant Director of Bands, Larissa Elliott. Assistant Director, Hannah Myers. Color Guard Instructor, Michelle Brannon. Color Guard Instructor, Tabitha Foreman Holmes. Color Guard Instructor, Anna Lynch. Flute Instructor, Tyler Davis. Clarinet Instructor, Katie Fetting. Alto Melbourne Instructor, Tanner Petrie. Trumpet Instructor, Devin Torbidoni. Trombone Instructor, James Southern. Woodwind and Brass Instructor, Megan O'Neill. Sousaphone Instructor, Walter Hester. Percussion Instructor, Craig Lee. Percussion Instructor, Chris Turner. Percussion Instructor, Richard Yates. Pit Instructor, Tara Foster. Pit Instructor, Emily Ilias. And announcer, Chrissy Crawford. Let's hear it for the Cougar Marching Band.
Yates with ERA Liberty Realty. I've established a reputation for making your journey simple regardless of your price point. They say it takes a village, so I work closely with other professionals in the industry to make your experience a smooth one from start to finish.
We're so happy that we chose Cheryl Gates with ERA Liberty Realty to help us on our buying and selling process. If you would like a 5-star experience from top to bottom, choose Cheryl Yates.
As an Eastern Panhandle native, I possess an insight and knowledge of the area that is essential to reaching your goals. Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
This is Jimmy, General Manager at Ameritech Tire and Auto, here to serve you with all your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Atkins, broadcast announcer with Home Team Sports TV, sales consultant here at EPAC Motors. Make a fast break to 838 East Moeller Avenue in Martinsburg. Come see me for a slam dunk of a deal.
Alright, Chloe, well, congratulations on your new policies. And just basically making sure all of your information looks okay. I went ahead and emailed you proof of insurance as well as ID cards. And if you need me for any reason, just don't hesitate to reach out. You can give me a call or text me anytime, okay?
Okay, that's perfect.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Buying or selling real estate? Katra Law is the local choice for real estate closings. In fact, we were honored to be chosen as the best of the best real estate closing attorneys for 2022 by the Martinsburg Journal. With offices conveniently located on Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg and South George Street in Charlestown, Katra Law proudly serves the Eastern Panhandle. Whether on the court, field, or in the classroom, we wish all of our student athletes a safe and successful.
Elizabeth Gottlieb. Tonight, the Charisma Dance Ensemble will be taking it back to the 80s with part one of their jazz pom piece to Gloria Stefan and Miami Sound Machine's Conga. Let's hear it for Charisma.
With ERA Liberty Realty. I've established a reputation for making your journey simple regardless of your price point. They say it takes a village, So I work closely with other professionals in the industry to make your experience a smooth one from start to finish.
We're so happy that we chose Cheryl Gates with ERA Liberty Realty to help us during our buying and selling process. If you would like a 5-star experience from top to bottom, choose Cheryl Yates.
As an Eastern Panhandle native, I possess an insight and knowledge of the area that is essential to reaching your goals. Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
This is Jimmy, General Manager at Ameritech Tire and Auto, here to serve you with all your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Atkins, broadcast announcer with Home Team Sports TV, sales consultant here at EPAC Motors. Make a fast break to 838 East Moeller Avenue in Martinsburg. Come see me for a slam dunk of a deal.
Alright, Chloe, well, congratulations on your new policies. And just basically making sure all of your information looks okay. I went ahead and emailed you proof of insurance as well as ID cards. And if you need me for any reason, just don't hesitate to reach out. You can give me a call or text me anytime, okay?
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you.
Congrats.
Buying or selling real estate? Katra Law is the local choice for real estate closings. In fact, we were honored to be chosen as the best of the best real estate closing attorneys for 2022 by the Martinsburg Journal. With offices conveniently located on Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg and South George Street in Charlestown, Katra Law proudly serves the Eastern Panhandle. Whether on the court, field, or in the classroom, we wish all of our student athletes a safe and successful.
Welcome back to Cougar Stadium, Jefferson High School in Shenandoah Junction, West Virginia. Awesome halftime performance by Spring Mills and Jefferson bands and Jefferson's dance team. Want to thank our sponsors who helped bring us this game for you folks at home. The first half, Catrell Law, Neil Powell and Goosehead Insurance, R&L Landscaping, Ameritech Tire and Auto in Inwood and Ranson, The Barn Bridal and Formal Wear, Mountain State Basketball Academy, Cheryl Yates of ERA Liberty Realty, Benchwarmers Sports Bar and Grill. Monday is burger night, and Big Mike's Grillin'. If you need a great deal on a new Buick GMC Cadillac or pre-owned car, head down to EPAC Motors, ask for Jeremy Atkins, and just say I saw Jeremy on Home Team, and we'll get you riding. Great first half. The Cougars are up 14-0. Couple other big-time scores from around the EPAC. Washington with a statement against Page County, up 35-0. And the one that I think every one of our viewers, every one of us in the press box, and both teams and coaches down on the field, Wheeling Park with a dominant 36-0 lead over Hedgesville.
Yeah, it's what a way to start for Washington to be up 35-0. That's got to really boost the morale and boost their confidence going into the rest of their season. So congrats and kudos to the new coach over there and some of those players, man. They're really putting something together. They're buying in, and that's the biggest thing. So congrats to them. And Hedgesville, I thought they would put up a little bit more of an effort against Wheeling Park in their first game with a few of the new guys they brought in. So hopefully they can get back on track in the second half. But let's get to this game, Jeremy. What did we see, good and bad from both teams in the first half? Let's start with Jefferson.
The good for Jefferson is the 14 points that they got. The not so good, and it might necessarily even be on Jefferson, it's Spring Mills is keying in on Tayshawn Roper big time. He's had more negative or non-yardage plays this game than I saw all of last year, practically. Good for Spring Mills. What they did in the first quarter, grinding the ball out, running the clock down, trying to conserve energy. They had a really, really bad penalty that stalled a drive and gave the ball to Jefferson, and Jefferson was able to put that touchdown up on the board to go up 14-0 before halftime.
Yeah, I think after that first long touchdown that Roper had, they decided that that's who they were going to try to stop. They got to try to stop somebody, Roper, Keyshawn, Rodrigo, so they decided to try to, key on Roper more, and they did. They shut Roper down for the most part in that first half. But they just got to get something going more on offense to get the ball deep into the Cougars' territory and put some points on the board. I think they just need to keep grinding and keep doing more of the same of what they did and just execute just a little bit better, and I think they'll be okay.
Absolutely. Keyshawn had a big end-around run that was negated by a penalty. Looks to me like Delgado, and that's going to go out of bounds. See if they ask for a kickover, they take the penalty. Seems like Delgado's having the most success getting the plays, a couple 10-yard plus plays to pick up first downs for him out of the backfield on screen passes. He's lined up in the slot a little bit. Let's see what halftime adjustments Coach Hunter and his crew made at halftime.
So after the penalty on the kickoff by Spring Mills, Jefferson will take over 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. So we'll see what adjustments each team makes to start this second half.
A big three and out for Spring Mills would be really, really good for them right now. Get the ball back and try to get into the scoring column.
So the Cougars start with Roper in the backfield again. Aiden Miller in the slot to the near side along with Keyshawn Robinson. And it looks like a little bit.
Looks like Nico Lober. No, they're going to get Jefferson for that.
Wow. Not sure about that unless we didn't see something from up here.
I did not see a lot of movement on the Jefferson line. And
sometimes all it could take, Jeremy, is that center moving that ball just a smidge to get that line to jump off sides. And it goes on the offense.
And unfortunately, the center's had some issues tonight, a wet ball. It's his first varsity action as a full-time starter.
Herrick back to pass. He tries to
over
throw
the
one
top
down the field.
Got him.
I can't tell if
he couldn't bring it in.
It looks like, was that Rockwell out there? Or I can't see.
Starting to see, hard to see across the field as it gets dark out here.
I think that was Delgado actually out there. Split out wide.
I thought he had him over the top, but he couldn't quite haul it in.
So now it brings up 2nd and 15 for the Cougars, and here we go again. The first offensive series, and they're starting out of a hole.
2nd and 15.
So trips over here to the near side for Herrick, who has Roper beside him. He swings it out to Herrick, or swings it out to Roper. Roper's got a little room and some speed. He cuts up inside and spins. Maybe he looks like a gain of 5 back to the original line of scrimmage at the 35-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Cougars.
Well, Spring Mills working on getting off the field. One more stop and they can get their offense back out here. Not sure if Jefferson doesn't pick up any yards, if they'd be interested in going forward on 4th and long in their own territory.
Yeah, that'll be a tough decision for them. We'll see what they get on 3rd down. 2 receivers to each side. Herrick in the gun. He drops back to pass. He looks to run. Nobody dances around. He cuts up the middle. He's got a little bit of room to the outside.
Nice
Herrick's
play.
still on his feet, and it looks like he trucks over somebody, and a big first down for Dylan Herrick.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. That
What
was
a great
huge
run
play
by Dylan Herrick.
Put the shoulder down, absorbs the contact at the 48, manages to pick up another 4 yards for the first down.
And he kind of looked like Anderson in the first half when you thought you had him. He spins out and picks up a great gain and actually runs over a player. It looks like we got a procedure call. They're going to let the play go, but that one's coming back, and that'll be 5 yards back on the Cougars. Seems like each time they pick up a first down, Jeremy, they back themselves up 5 yards.
2 steps forward and 1 step back, JD.
They won't be happy in the film room this week looking at all these penalties and miscues. Even despite what the scoreboard may be, you just can't have those crucial penalties.
I can imagine these bleachers might get a little bit of work this week during practice, too. A little old school there.
So 2nd and 10 from the Cardinal 48-yard line. 2 receivers to each side. Herrick sends Keyshawn in motion on a jet sweep. He's got the ball out to the left. He's up over the 50. Great defensive play by the Cardinals.
Cam Taylor with the big hit at the line of scrimmage on Keyshawn Robinson.
And Keyshawn is whacked down there at the 49. Looks like he may have lost a yard or just got back to the line of scrimmage on that play to bring up a big 3rd down for the Cardinals here.
Cam Taylor was coming from the angle, but still showed a huge burst of speed to be able to cut Keyshawn Robinson off at the line of scrimmage and get him out of bounds.
So 3rd and call at 11 for the Cougars on the 49-yard line.
10 to go in the 3rd quarter. Big play for the Spring Mills Cardinals.
Herrick takes the snap. He's back there. He's got a man and in and out of the hands of Jackson Rockwell. He had the defender by a step, and it looked like a great pass by Dylan Herrick, but Rockwell just couldn't quite bring it in, and it brings up 4th down for the Cougars, and on comes the punting unit. That'll be Quentin Goings back to punt for Jefferson.
A man of many faces.
And back deep for the Cardinals will be Keon Mills.
And Jefferson's definitely trying to bury Spring Mills close to their goal line.
This is exactly the kind of start that Spring Mills needed in the second half.
Get a stop. Only took a few minutes off the clock. Get their offense back out there. We can see what kind of tweaks.
A low snap. Goins can't quite get a hold of it. He tries to pick it up and run, and he is taken down on the 29-yard line, and Spring Mills will take over there. Wow.
Spring Mills special teams coming through with a mega huge play. Going to give their offense the ball at the Cougars' 30-yard line.
And
best
again,
field position of the day.
Another bad snap and a miscue by the Jefferson Cougars, and that is not what you want to continue to do throughout the game. And they really need to make an adjustment. It looked like it was just a low snap, and Goins just couldn't handle it. He tried to pick it up, and he looked, he was getting under pressure, so he tried to pick it up and run. He just had nowhere to go.
These mistakes would be hurting them a lot more against a veteran team than they are tonight.
Max Anderson's dropping back to pass. He's going to hit him deep with the first one. He's got a man, and that's Mills.
Touchdown.
And I can't tell. He made the catch. What a catch on Keyshawn Robinson by Keon Mills.
Dang. Just what the doctor ordered for the Spring Mills Cardinals.
What a way to answer. Great ball by Max Anderson, and what a catch by Keon Mills over the talented DB Keyshawn Robinson, who looked like had great coverage on the play.
Back-to-back big-time plays for Spring Mills.
And just like that, guys, Spring Mills is right back in this ball game.
So far this 3rd quarter, Spring Mills is hitting on all cylinders in all three big-time phases of the game.
Bad snap on the extra point.
Can't tie. Ooh,
so the score remains 14-6 Cougars. But what a great touchdown throw and catch by the Spring Mills Cardinals. And you know, Jeremy, if you keep making these crucial mistakes, sooner or later a team is going to make you pay, and that's exactly what Spring Mills did.
Spring Mills taking advantage of the Cougars' mistake. Jefferson come out looking a little more shaky, and Spring Mills playing with a little more confidence than at the end of the first half.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a great pass. He had the protection he needed, and one-on-one between Keon Mills and Keyshawn Robinson, and Keon Mills just wanted it more.
It might have been the prettiest ball of the night so far.
Yeah, it was a great throw and catch.
Let's see where Spring Mills is going to try to position the ball on this kickoff.
So Tyree Ramey for the Cardinals is set to kick it away. Back deep for the Cougars is Keyshawn Robinson and Tayshawn Roper. I'm pretty sure they're going to want to keep it away from those two, so I don't anticipate a deep kick, and it is a little line drive kick, but it goes to Roper. He picks it up, and actually a great kick. Roper to the near side. He has some room to run. He makes a move. He cuts it upfield, and he might be gone. Roper to the 50. Daylight ahead of him. No one's going to catch Tayshawn Roper. Touchdown, Cougars.
Goodbye. Big play answered with a big play, and that's got to be defeating to the Spring Mills Cardinals.
And that's what that speed will do for you. Again, Tayshawn Roper took it about 85 yards to the house on the kickoff, and Spring Mills just could not catch him.
You pick your poison. You try to keep the ball away from Robinson, and you kick it to Roper.
Roper made a move. He came all the way across the field to the near side here. He found a hole, just a little bit of enough of a crease, and he got in that crease, and he was down the sideline and gone.
Great play by Tayshawn Roper. Approximately an 80-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Puts the Cougars up 20-6, 9 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the third quarter. And what was kind of a grinded out first quarter and second quarter. Now we've had a kind of an electric start to the second half.
So Paneras puts it through to make the score Jefferson Cougars 21, Spring Mills Cardinals 6.
Man.
Realty. I've established a reputation for making your journey simple regardless of your price point. They say it takes a village, so I work closely with other professionals in the industry to make your experience a smooth one from start to finish.
We're so happy that we chose Cheryl Gates with ERA Liberty Realty to help us on our buying and selling process. If you would like a 5-star experience from top to bottom, choose Cheryl Yates.
As an Eastern Panhandle native, I possess an insight and knowledge of the area that is essential to reaching your goals. Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
Welcome back. Electric start to the second half. Jeremy Adkins and J.D. Fritz bringing you the game from Jefferson High School for Home Team Sports TV this evening. Exciting start there.
Yeah, two big plays back to back, bang bang, just like that. And as soon as Spring Mills is on a high, they're on a low now, and Jefferson's back into control of this ball game as Jonathan Benares is set to kick it off for the Cougars. Back deep again as Keon Mills, Cam Taylor.
The last minute and 30 seconds of the game has reminded me more of how historically EPAC football tends to go than the grinded-out nature of the first half.
And Taylor takes the ball at the 10-yard line, straight up the field, down the side. Great coverage there by the Cougars, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 25. It looks like there's a skirmish over on the sideline. That's not what anybody wants. And here come players, and here comes coaches.
Oh, my.
Big old E.J. Norris running across the field. And I don't think you want to answer to him. getting his players back over here. He don't play that game, so
Jefferson's got to be careful. You get ejected and you lose a game next week too,
that's
right?
right, yeah. So things get a little chippy sometimes in these EPAC games, and you're over there on the opponent's sideline. There's a little extra pushing and shoving going on. You just got to keep your composure, walk away, and be ready to go for the next play. It doesn't appear that there were any flags. Well, no, maybe there was a flag. There definitely was
flags come out.
Okay,
I gotta be honest. That escalated kind of quickly because the game. I really hadn't sensed a lot of chippiness out there until that just happened.
No, I'm really
Normally
surprised.
you build up to an event like that.
Well, unless it had to have been a late hit out of bounds for them to throw the flag that quick, because I don't think they would throw a flag that quick just for a little pushing and extra pushing and shoving on the sideline.
It's like Coach Hunter headed over to midfield to talk to the officials.
How about that 40-yard dash by E.J. Norris across the field? Anybody get a time on him? I'm going to give him a hard time this week about that. Come on, Coach. What are you running your 40 in now? You're not down in the 4.7s, 4.6s, or 4.7s like you were in your college days.
I mean, good thing he didn't pull a hammy.
He looked pretty fast still running across. I'd say maybe he'll give him a 4.9 maybe on that.
As a coach, that instinct kicked in, and he's trying to get over there before his players made any poor decisions.
And Coach Hunter is out in the middle of the field with the officials. He's looking for some answers, I think, as what the penalty is. Who and why the penalty, because it appears they haven't moved the chain, so I don't know if it's just offsetting penalties. And some other Jefferson players are over here getting the crowd into it.
Got a good crowd on hand for this EPAC kickoff. Jefferson side of the stands is packed. It's standing room only around the corner end zone where the snack bar is at. Student section rocking out their beach gear. Still trying to sort out what's going down on the field.
And I still don't know who the penalty's on. It looks like they're moving the ball backwards. So evidently it might be on Spring Mill's sideline possibly for a little extra pushing and shoving.
Extracurricular activity.
So if that's the case, they still haven't spotted the ball yet. But it looks like it's going to be somewhere around the 25 or 26-yard line to start this possession for the Cardinals.
Referees still.
Their players are lined up and ready to go, but the officials are still
I don't know if they're ready to
discussing something.
Definitely looks like that's Buddy Heston out there maybe talking to him. Or Jalen, one of them.
Well, it appears that we have an official down over here. Looks like he's being tended to down here on the Cougars sideline.
Oh.
So he must have gotten knocked down somewhere in the mix, and they're just checking him out for precautionaries. Looks like the paramedics are over there taking a look at him.
Come on, we got a shortage of referees, fellas. Let's not hurt the ones we have.
I don't know if they have a sub for the refs or not, or they're just down one now.
I thought they used to bring an extra person, but again, with the shortages, I don't know if they can. I mean, we're going to see Saturday games in the Panhandle for the first time in the 20 years I've lived here, aside from WVSSAC playoff games. So
it looks like they marked the ball at the 26-yard line. So Spring Mills will take over there, 1st and 10. Three receivers here to the near side for Spring Mills. Anderson takes the snap. He hands it off to Eaton. He looks for running room to the left side. Not much there. He sneaks up to the inside. It looks like he might have gained 4 yards. Just when you think he ran out of real estate, he cuts back inside and dives forward for a gain of 4. That's the one thing I've noticed about Alex Eaton tonight is he seems to always get a positive gain no matter how. He's always falling forward, and that's what you want to teach a good running back to do is after initial contact, you always want to fall forward for an extra yard or two.
See if we can get back into the flow of this game.
They'll call it 4 yards. It brings up 2nd and 6. Anderson's back to pass. He's looking. He's got a man wide open. His brother, Xavier Anderson, up over the 50-yard line before he's brought down there.
Nice pass and catch from the Anderson brothers for a first down.
And we've been waiting to kind of see that connection and how that would work for them with Xavier, getting himself, working his way into the starting lineup this year. He's got a big body around 6'4", 6'5" out there, and it's a tough cover for a 5'7", 5'8" roper. Eaton with the handoff. He tries to cut back up the middle, just nowhere to go. He's swallowed up by that Cougar defense for a loss of 2 yards, bring up a 3rd and long for the Cardinals. We have 8 minutes left in the third quarter, and Spring Mills is moving the ball. They're out to the 49-yard line. There are 3 receivers to the near side here for Spring Mills. Eaton in the backfield. It's a direct snap to Anderson, who cuts up the middle, and he's got the first down and more. Nice gain on 3rd down by Max Anderson. A pickup of about 14 yards for the Cardinals. He's down to the 37-yard line of the Cougars.
Spring Mills just getting yards in chunks.
Looks like Jefferson
has a Cougar down on the field.
Looks like to be Noah Bajent, who gets up a little gimpy, but he walks off under his own power, which is a good sign.
First game, humid, hot outside. I expected to see some players cramping up at this point.
So Spring Mills continues to do what they did and had success in the first half.
Yards
is just drive right down the Cougars' throat, and they've just made a field day of it. They just haven't been able to stop them. They haven't had an answer. I'm really impressed with the mixture of plays that the coaches have mixed in there, to keep the Cougars' defense off balance.
And that they have kept them off balance. For a large portion of the first half, Jefferson was playing all 11 men within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage, and they still are at this juncture, but
Eaton up the middle with it looked like a quick snap there by the Spring Mills offense. They're trying to catch, I guess, the Cougars defense off guard, and it looks like they gained about 4 yards. Brings up 2nd and 6. It just didn't appear that the Cougars defense was even ready on that, and they snapped it, and another positive gain for the Cardinals offense.
The Cardinals right back to that recipe like you mentioned. Yards in chunks and not stopping the clock.
Max Anderson hands the ball off to number 10. That's Josiah Brown, who turns the corner, and it looks like he picks up enough for a first down.
Another big-time first down for the Cardinals.
And that's the first time I believe we've seen Josiah Brown, who displayed a little speed of his own, getting to that corner and picking up the first down for the Cardinals.
Spring Mills is kind of having their way with Jefferson this drive.
Yeah, Jefferson hasn't had an answer so far this half for the Spring Mills offense.
They've kept him off balance this drive.
Another direct snap to Max Anderson.
Lost his footing.
Yeah, he slipped a little bit. Looked like he would have had a bigger gain than what he did. He's down, maybe pick up a 4 yards. Maybe 3, so it brings up 2nd and 7 for the Cardinals offense.
It's like Jefferson's starting to sub and run people in and out of the game on defense a bit more than they were in the first half. Trying to keep the legs fresh.
Absolutely. So Max Anderson sends a man in motion, hands the ball off to, is that Eaton on the play, Great penetration by the Cougars defense and just nothing at all. Now that's Josiah Brown. So Josiah Brown coming in, giving him some good minutes and giving Eaton a break as he comes back on the field now. And out comes Cam Taylor as well.
Big third down for the Cardinals.
So 3rd and 7 from the Cougars' 23-yard line.
I got a feeling at this juncture we're in 2-down territory, though. 4-down territory.
Absolutely, I agree.
Field goals aren't going to win this game.
Anderson back to pass. He's looking. He's got a little bit of time. Makes a move in the pocket. And he swirls out to the right. He just runs out of room, and I think they've got him finally wrapped up this time for a big loss of 4, maybe 5 yards.
You know what happened on that play that appeared to me, JD? It looked like he locked in on his brother, who was running a corner route, a go route, and didn't realize the pressure was collapsing on him as quick as it was. Looks like he was looking for him to get separation so he could launch the ball.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like he held the ball just a little too long when he realized that Xavier wasn't open. He didn't have time to check down to another receiver, and the Cougars were able to capitalize for the sack.
And we are going to take you to a commercial break.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty. I've established a reputation for making your journey simple regardless of your price point. They say it takes a village, so I work closely with other professionals in the industry to make your experience a smooth one from start to finish.
We're so happy that we chose Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty to help us on our buying and selling process. If you would like a 5-star experience from top to bottom, choose Cheryl Yates.
As an Eastern Panhandle native, I possess an insight and knowledge of the area that is essential to reaching your goals. Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
And we are back. Home Team Sports bringing you this inaugural contest of the 2023 AAA EPAC football season. Spring Mills hanging in there with Jefferson. They're down 21-6, but they are driving, JD.
Yeah, Spring Mills lost a few yards on that play, brings up a big 4th down. It looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and we'll call it 13. So we'll see what they've got dialed up for this play. They're deep, driving deep in Cougars territory.
They definitely got everybody close to the bunched up.
Anderson's back to pass. He throws it deep.
He's
got a man, and it's in and out of the hands. And it's no good, and the Cougars will take over on downs there. Great defense, but it looks like he had his man open, and he just couldn't quite
it's another one where
make the catch.
That's another one where the arms got extended a little bit.
Was that his brother Xavier on the play? It looked like that.
Oh, yeah.
That was going to be money. And he kind of got turned around. I don't think he was able to really jump forward. He kind of got his body turned around a little bit.
He was off balance, leaning backwards. He couldn't quite get his legs underneath him.
Yeah, he wasn't in the best position to make the catch, although it looked like definitely a catchable ball. Wasn't a badly thrown ball at all on Anderson's part.
And Xavier's got a crazy vertical jump.
So the Cougars, with their first, I believe, turnover on downs, they are start this possession from their own 28-yard line.
Up 15 points, 21-6, 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Jefferson looking to drive down, get another score, and maybe put this game out of reach.
Roper with the handoff, takes it and cuts back up the middle. Looks like maybe just a couple yards there on the play.
I'm interested to see if this juncture of the game, if Jefferson's going to try to go for that quick score, throw the ball at all, and possibly risk stopping the clock, or now if it's time to try to run on 1st and 2nd down and wind that play clock down to 10 seconds every play.
It looks like we've got a couple injured players.
We got a couple
Cougars.
Injuries, so we're going to get you a word from our sponsors who are bringing you folks at home this game tonight. Jeremy and JD going to take a break with Home Team Sports.
All your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
Broadcast announcer with Home Team Sports TV, sales consultant here at EPAC Motors. Make a fast break to 838 East Moeller Avenue in Martinsburg. Come see me for a slam dunk of a deal.
Here at the Brine, we have been making dreams come true since 1972, where we help women feel their most beautiful for any occasion, from pageant, homecoming, and prom gowns to walking down the aisle in the perfect wedding gown.
Second, 3:44 to go in the third quarter. Looks like the guys are starting to cramp up on this hot, humid first night of the season, JD.
Yeah, this is what sometimes you expect. A little fatigue starts setting in. You're not hydrated enough. These hot, humid August days, sometimes get the best of you. But you just got to learn how to play through it. You got to learn how to take care of your body and get, the proper rest and the proper treatment. But anyway, so pick up of a couple there for Roper on the play. Brings up about 3rd and 6 for the Cougars.
Big third down. Jefferson want to continue to advance
back to pass. He cuts. Looks like he's got a man and just could not get. He couldn't step into the throw. He was under a lot of pressure there, and he had Bub Shelton open. What looked like could have been a first down, but he couldn't set his feet. So it brings up 4th down, and the Cougars will punt.
It's got Goins back on for the kick. Let's see if we can get a better snap and catch this time and get the ball out. And don't want to have that mistake again and give Spring Mills a short field because they capitalized last time.
Yeah, they just got to get the snap. I think Nolan Melab is the long snapper. He was long snapper last year as well, which is a relatively new position for him, which he's done quite well. And it looks like Cougars are going to call a timeout.
I was going to make mention that's one of the more difficult positions to play in football that people don't quite know. And with that timeout, we are going to take you to another timeout.
We have been making dreams come true since 1972, where we help women feel their most beautiful for any occasion, from pageant, homecoming, and prom gowns to walking down the aisle in the perfect wedding gown alongside their bridesmaid and their family. Stop by to meet your stylist today to find an affordable gown, and we do offer layaway.
Congratulations on your new policies, and just basically making sure all of your information looks okay. I went ahead and emailed you proof of insurance as well as ID cards.
And we are back. 4th and 5. Quentin Goins back to punt. Much better snap and catch there. Good high punt. Oh, takes a Washington bounce. Nice quick snatch on the play by number 11, Brady Roberts.
Yeah, that one was going to go back another 15 yards. And Spring Mills would have had great field position, but they still come away with pretty good field position, starting this possession at their own 44-yard line. So Goins had a nice high punt, but it just didn't have the backspin. It had the backspin, it looked like, instead of the forward, how he wanted a nice roll, because if he had got the forward roll, it would have rolled down a little farther. Unfortunately for him, it started to roll back towards the Cougars.
It definitely had too much velocity going in the backward spin.
So Spring Mills takes over on their own 44-yard line, 1st and 10.
See what the Cardinals can do in the waning seconds of this third quarter.
Anderson with the snap. He hands it off to Josiah Brown, who dances his way for nothing there, maybe even a loss of yard. I think they're going to give him the line of scrimmage. And with that, it looks like the third quarter, well, I don't know. They're winding the clock. It should be the end of the third quarter.
Well, looks like we're going to get one more play, I think. No, they're going to start it. And yeah, Spring Mills is going to come to the line. Well, we've got 21 on the game clock and got about a 5-second difference between the play clock and the game clock.
So 2nd and 9 for the Cardinals. And Josiah Brown takes the handoff. He's got a nice lane there up over the 50 down to the 49-yard line.
Good pickup
into Cougars territory. That'll bring up 3rd and maybe 3 yards for the Cardinals.
And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. Jefferson with a 15-point lead, 21-6. Spring Mills hanging around, though. Jefferson might be making a mistake letting them do that.
Yeah, now that we're starting the fourth quarter, this is a huge possession for the Spring Mills Cardinals. I feel it's, absolutely crucial for them to get some points on this possession so they can stay in the game.
Before we get the fourth quarter started, I just want to say thank you to our advertising sponsors who are helping us bring you guys this game in the air-conditioned pleasure of your own home. We got Cattrall Law, Real Estate Settlement, Neil Powell and Goosehead Insurance, R&L Landscaping, Ameritech Tire and Auto, The Barn and Bridal, and Formal Wear, Mountain State Basketball Academy. Call Cheryl Yates of ERA Liberty Realty for all your real estate needs. Benchwarmers Bar and Grill and Big Mike's Grillin'.
So a big third down here for the Spring Mills Cardinals as we start this fourth quarter.
What do you think the last 12 minutes of this game have in store for us?
Well, Spring Mills needs to capitalize and get some points. Put a drive together and end it with some points, and I think that'll really have Jefferson on their heels. And it looks like Eaton with a strong run picks up enough for the first down.
I was going to say this is the telltale drive to answer that question. If Spring Mills gets in the end zone and scores a touchdown now, that could, even though they're still losing, I could put the momentum slightly in their favor.
Yeah, I really like Eaton. He really just puts his nose down and he just drives forward. He's always falling forward, getting those extra yards or two. He just is a tough runner, and that's what you got to have, somebody that can just grind out those extra few yards that you need for the first. So 1st and 10 for the Cardinals on the 45-yard line of the Cougars. A quick throw.
Slant route,
nice catch.
Managed to hold on to it, bobbled it when he got hit.
Yeah, it was good coverage, but a great catch there by number 11, Jason Schreiner.
Looks like Stephen Cameron in on the tackle for the Cougars.
They'll bring up 2nd and short. Call it 3 for the Cardinals. I'm sorry, that was number 13. I apologize. Hope Bakwe. Hope I pronounced that right. Cardinals with motion. Eaton drives. He's got some room to run over to the left. He's still running. Good hard run. A nice gain and a first down to the Cougars' 26-yard line. And there's my man Eaton again. I tell you, if you want some good, tough yards, he is your guy. And Spring Mills has found something that they feel is working, and it's give the ball to number 24, Alex Eaton.
Yeah, and they're going to do that and lull him in, and then they're going to throw a long pass.
So Xavier Anderson split out wide here to the near side. Eaton in the backfield with Max Anderson, who takes a direct snap up the middle. He got some room to run, and he's tough to bring down as well. It looks like he might have gained 6 or 7 yards.
They're running over center and having a lot of success with it tonight.
Yeah, and as Jefferson makes some substitutions again to try to keep guys fresh, they've been rolling guys in and out of the game all night long.
I'm surprised that Spring Mills is able to have the success running between the tackles. One of the strong points of Jefferson, besides speed on offense, is its defensive line play.
So 2nd and 4. Motion with the Cardinals. Nate Graham in motion.
Right back to the same.
Anderson.
Sneak over the center.
With the carry for another Cardinal first down. And Jefferson just cannot seem to stop the run up the middle. And I think, Jeremy, this is probably the most impressive drive that Spring Mills has put together all game. Now they're down into the red zone of the Cougars, down to the 14-yard line.
They're picking up chunks of yardage every play. The Cougars are on their heels. Let's see if Spring Mills is going to stick with that run up over center, or they're going to change it up a little bit. I don't know if I'd get away from what was been working until they stop me, though.
There are 3 receivers to this side. Anderson's back to pass. He finds a man. Graham, that's Graham, for a little short gain of maybe 5 yards.
And another Cougar down on the field.
But that's still a good gain on first down. Nate Graham with the nice catch. The gain of 5. That looks like Nasir Jacobs a little shaken up on the play. That would be a huge loss for the Cougars.
Looks like he's trying to walk it off. As the game wears on and the heat and the dehydration sets in, little hits and things that weren't going to bother you at the beginning of the game are going to start to be a little bit more impactful.
Yes, they will. So Spring Mills comes out. And I would imagine they're going to just continue to stick with what they've been doing. A little mixture of Eaton and Anderson.
This formation's been their most successful
Anderson again
tonight.
with the run up the middle. Falls forward. Looks like he might have picked up 3, maybe 4 yards on the play. He's close to another Spring Mills first down.
They collapsed on him quick, but he was still able to move the pile.
So 3rd and 1 for the Cardinals at the Jefferson 5-yard line.
He got a good 3-4 yards after he had 2 men swallow him up.
Somebody for the Cougars on that defensive line needs to step up and make a play right here on this big 3rd down play. But I'm pretty sure it's 4-down territory for the Cardinals. Let's see what they decide to do here on 3rd down.
They're going for that touchdown most definitely.
Anderson or Eaton. And it's Eaton up the middle. He's in for the first down and the touchdown. Cardinals. Alex Eaton, number 24, barrels his way in over the goal line.
Big time score for the Cardinals.
And that's what they needed. They put that long drive together, a little good mix of Max Anderson running with Alex Eaton, a couple nice throws by Anderson on that drive, and into the end zone for the touchdown.
And just for all of our fans at home, we are on the lower tier of the press box here at Cougar Stadium, directly over top of us. Definitely appears to sound like the Spring Mills coaches. And there's a lot of excitement going on up in that box.
And the Cardinals are going to go for 2 here. Anderson rolls out. He's got a man, and it was knocked down. Great play by Nolan Milab.
Big time play by Milab.
That keeps it a 2-score game.
Big time play. Jefferson, I really needed that after giving up all those yards. And with that score, we are going to take you to commercial break. We'll be back for the last 7 minutes and 40 seconds of this game. Home Team Sports.
All right, Chloe, well, congratulations on your new policies. And just basically making sure all of your information looks okay. I went ahead and emailed you proof of insurance as well as ID cards. And if you need me for any reason, just don't hesitate to reach out and give me a call or text me anytime, okay?
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you. Buying or selling real estate? Katra Law is the local choice for real estate closings. In fact, we were honored to be chosen as the best of the best real estate closing attorneys for 2022 by the Martinsburg Journal. With offices conveniently located on Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg and South George Street in Charlestown, Caterer Law proudly serves the Eastern Panhandle. Whether on the court, field, or in the classroom, we wish all of our student athletes.
Sports TV and our kickoff broadcast of the 2023 EPAC football season. Spring Mills is hanging around 21-12, only down by 9. Onside kick.
Nice job there by the upback of the Cougars to just fall on that. Looks like they tried to catch, Spring Mills tried to catch the Cougars a little off guard, and it was recovered well by, I think, maybe number 4, Jackson Rockwell, if I'm not mistaken. That was a good heads-up play. Gets them in a good starting field position at their own 40-yard line.
Jefferson could stand to obviously put some points on the board this drive, but take some time off that clock too.
Yeah, Jefferson needs something to build their confidence. Right now, even though they're winning this game, they can't be happy with where they're at and how they've played this game. And there's another bad snap, and Herrick throws the ball. Nice completion. Jackson Rockwell with the catch. He sticks his head down and pushes forward for another 2 or 3 yards. Nice. So Herrick stood in there, bobbled the snap a little bit, made the nice throw, and Rockwell with a great catch and a little bit of yards after the catch for a big first down for the Cougars.
Big time recovery on that play.
And we've seen this all night long, some miscues, some bobbled snaps, and Herrick's really had to do a lot of crazy things to hold the ball. Roper with the handoff, and he's pushing hard for just maybe 2 or 3 yards on the play, but Roper just really hasn't had any room to run since that long touchdown run he had early in the first quarter. They've pretty much, contained him. And I'm really surprised they haven't gone back to Robinson or even Delgado a little bit more this second half just to keep the defense, on their heels a little bit.
At this juncture of the game, you usually want to go with what's been working the best for you the whole game, and that is Delgado.
Yeah, he's made some good plays, a couple big first downs. Herrick with the snap, would throw out to Quentin Goings, little too far for him, but I don't believe that play would have amounted to much anyway. The defender was there to make the tackle, and it brings up another big third down for the Spring Mills defense. If they can get off the field here again and force the Cougars to punt the ball or turn over on downs, that would be huge. It looks like the Cougars are going to call a timeout and think about it.
And got Juwan texting in the Wheeling Park Hedgesville score. 56-0. Wheeling Park taking it to the Ville on the island. Got Musselman with the 35-28 lead over Handley. That one's in the third quarter. Big time action going on around the EPAC tonight.
Wow, I'm surprised that Hedgesville, they were looking for really big things this year, bouncing back from their, playoff, run last year. They got beat in the first round, so I feel like they would have come back this year a little bit stronger. It's only the first game, they'll have to make some corrections to come back, and, Musselman's always, tough. So they're grinding out a tough one against Sharando, that's for sure.
Unfortunately, it comes with the territory of being the most talked about team by far in the EPAC this offseason, and that's really hard to do with Dave Walker coming back from Concord.
So third down and 8 for the Cougars.
One last score out of Washington.
Eric bobbles the ball again. He runs the ball. It looks like he throws to Goings, but he might have been over the...
No flags. There are no
Goings
flags.
Goings breaks a couple tackles, cuts to the middle, and he will walk into the end zone. There is a flag on the play. I believe he was past the line of scrimmage.
That flag just came out 2 seconds ago.
It was a late flag. I think the ref wasn't sure.
The ref waited for him to get in the end zone to throw the flag.
But
I am not trying to be critical, but Come on, man. It was a penalty as soon as it happened.
You're right. I really believe that it was the right call, but it was a late call.
That was about as egregious as the 2001 Fiesta Bowl with the pass interference call after the fireworks were going off.
Well, no wonder Goins was probably so open. The defense probably already committed to Herrick. But what a great catch and run by Herrick. He caught the ball, cut to the middle, broke a tackle, and walked into the end zone. But unfortunately, Herrick was past the line of scrimmage, and that's probably going to be a loss of down. I don't know if you back them up and replay third down or if that's a loss of down. I thought that was a loss of, that's a loss of down and the penalty, so it brings up 4th and 11 for the Cougars.
Ooh, that's costly.
That is huge. So what will Coach Hunter decide to do here? Are they going to go for it? Because if they don't get it, they're giving Spring Mills the ball near the 50-yard line. But if they punt, they're punting. That's a smart decision. You can't give the ball up here close to the 50. If you can pin them back inside the 20-yard line, that's what you want to do. So Goins is on to punt for the Cougars. Back deep.
Spring Mills has the opportunity to make this an interesting game right now.
And kind of a wobbly punt that doesn't go very far, and it rolls backwards again.
Takes a Spring Mills bounce. He's got a lot of backspin on that ball going end over end.
I was watching him in warm-ups, and he does have a great foot, and he does tend to get a spiral once in a while, and he was punting that ball a good 40 yards distance and was getting plenty of height.
Spring Mills has an opportunity right now to turn this into a ball game. They got to score twice because they've missed an extra point and a 2-point conversion. But this is last 6 minutes is going to be a lot more interesting than I thought it was going to be when I arrived here tonight.
So Spring Mills takes over on their own 25-yard line.
Great showing by Spring Mills. I'm impressed.
And Max Anderson takes the snap. He hands it to Taylor around to the left side. Not much room to run, maybe back to the line of scrimmage for Cam Taylor.
They tried to run the Statue of Liberty. And I apologize if we're having any audio issues, guys. Got a little bit of feedback on our end that we're fixing right now.
I'm surprised they went to a different set there, trying to run the ball outside when they've been running up the middle and off tackle with so much success in this half.
Absolutely. Spring Mills has gotten most of their yards between the tackle.
Cam Taylor in the backfield. A little delay there to Taylor. He's got room to run to the left side. He makes a move, but what a great tackle by Keyshawn Robinson. It looked like Taylor was going to dance out and sneak to the outside, but Keyshawn came up and made a great tackle for no gain. Brings up 3rd and 10 and another big third down. So 3 receivers to the near side. Anderson back to pass, steps up in the pocket. He's got time, looking for a receiver and just chucks it out there. Looks like that might have just slipped off his hand. Wouldn't have gone for a first down, I don't think. Now it brings up 4th down, and the Cardinals will have to punt it back to the Cougars. And oh boy, Keyshawn Robinson is back to receive the kick. And the Cougars should get great territory, they should get great field position.
It's a big stop by Jefferson. They got a 9-point lead, just a little over 5 minutes to go in the game.
And again, it still looks like there's some confusion with the substitutions going on with the Cougars. And this has been something going on all game long. They get a great rush. Good
roughing the kicker.
And Keyshawn just had to fall on. He couldn't make the catch.
I'm sorry.
But we have a penalty down here.
Is that going to be running into the kicker or roughing the kicker? Because one's a small penalty and one is an automatic first down.
Running into the kicker, it looks like it. And I don't know. They called the personal foul one. Did he?
That looked like roughing the kicker. He looked like he about tackled him. He didn't just glaze him.
That's just not playing smart football on the Cougars' part.
Not when you have a chance to get the ball, and a couple first downs would have sealed the game.
Yeah, I tell you, it's been, a very sloppy played football game for the Cougars, and
they could pay for it.
They, are lucky to really be up in this game. If it hadn't been for just two big plays, one on special teams and the other one on, Roper early in the first quarter, this game could look a little different. So 1st and 10, Spring Mills on their own 40-yard line. Anderson rolls to the near side. He's looking for a receiver. He cuts it up. He's got room to run. He tucks it, picks up a first down. Looks like a gain of 12 over to the 50-yard line, down to maybe the 47 of Jefferson.
It's like Tykeem Drake and Nasir Jacobs in on the combo tackle. Spring Mills has got to be careful. That clock is running, and they have a very methodical offense. They got to watch the clock.
They get under this 4-minute mark. They're going to start having to probably hurry up.
I'm surprised they haven't gone to a no huddle yet.
He's got plenty of time to find a man wide open. A little bit short of the first down. Out there to Tyree Ramey.
I think he was trying to get out of bounds to stop the clock, but gets hauled down just before he can get to the sideline.
So it'll bring up
another Cougar down on the field.
A yard or two.
More cramps, JD.
Yep, this is what we're getting later in the game. Humidity starts to set in. Dehydration starts to set in.
And aside from the obvious of a player being injured, this is not the most ideal time for this to happen, because they stop the clock until Spring Mills comes back to the line of scrimmage and the referee starts it, and you're giving the Cardinals a breather and possibly allowing them to get together and call 2 or 3 consecutive plays at a time so they can go no huddle.
Yeah, because they're getting into that crunch time situation in this game with 4 minutes and 22 seconds left to go in the ball game. Even though the teams are back out and ready to go, there's still a Cougar player down on the field. Looks like they're getting stretched out. I think this is about the 4th Cougar player that we've seen tonight go down with cramping, what appears to be cramping. So,
let's see if we're going. Yeah, it looks like he's going to get to his feet, and
that looks like it's Nolan Milab.
Yep.
That's not a player that they want out of the ball game for very long.
No. .422 to go in the ball game. Cougars up by 9. Spring Mills driving, though. They have the ball on the 38-yard line of the Cougars, and Spring Mills lines up, and the referee starts the game clock.
So 2nd and short. Eaton with the carry, and we know what he's going to do. Fall forward and get the first down. Gain of a couple on the play. Looks like he's down to the 41-yard line.
Under 4 minutes to play. Spring Mills got to start getting the ball out a little quicker.
And he makes the pass out to the left, it looks like, for the first down.
Could have stood to get out of bounds there, JD.
Yeah, you got to tell your young player that. That's number 18, Austin Spinks.
Yeah, he's a sophomore.
The Spring Mills with a little bit of a hurry up now, with just a little over 3 minutes to go. Anderson back to pass. He's got room to run.
He's got
to the left.
He's got a lot of room in front of him.
Another first down.
Gets out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Looks like right at the 10-yard line. Great scramble, and I tell you, that's what Max Anderson can do for you. When you have a mobile quarterback that's getting time in the pocket, let's not forget that. His line is giving him time to roll out, look for a receiver, and when no one is open, he has the hole in the alley to run, and what he can make plays with his legs.
And Spring Mills kind of came into this game as the unknown. Not a lot of chatter coming out of their camp before the season, and they came to play tonight and have a chance to get this game close. And
Anderson rolls out again. He tucks it up the middle, and a great gain on 1st and goal. And he gets down to about the 3-yard line is Max Anderson. And here we go again. Spring Mills is knocking on the door with just over 3 minutes to go.
See if they go up the gut with the draw, and that's what they were going for.
Oh, and the Cougars call a timeout. Spring Mills calls a timeout.
Ooh.
I don't know if I would have done that when I was in my hurry-up and we had momentum going. That probably wasn't something that, you would have wanted to do.
No, I thought Coach Hunter called that timeout.
I mean, you have Jefferson on their heels, and you call a timeout, and that stops all your momentum.
3 minutes to go, close game. Whichever team wins this game tonight put themselves in a position to be on the top side of the EPAC after the first week of the season. Electric atmosphere here at Cougar Stadium. Got full stands still.
So coming out of the timeout, we'll see what Spring Mills is going to do. They're 2nd and goal from about the 3-yard line. And here we go with a late substitution running onto the field for the Cougars, Noah Bajent. They have got to get a stop here defensively.
2nd and goal.
Cam Taylor, and there it is.
Big penetration for the Cougar defense.
Nice play. Quentin Goins on the tackle. Jeremy, I don't know about you. Spring Mills has a lot of good running backs, but if I were them, I'd go with
Max
my
Anderson.
man. No, 24, Alex Eaton. But Anderson gets the call and pushes his way over the goal line, and touchdown Cardinals.
Nice. Quarterback sneak, Max Anderson.
What a great second effort for Max Anderson to keep pushing that pile along with his offensive line, and that's where things are won and lost, right in the trenches. And Spring Mills won that battle to bring them within 3 points, possibly 2 points.
Spring Mills
with just a little over 2 minutes to go.
Spring Mills has outplayed the Cougars in the trenches tonight, and that's why we have the game that we do.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see if we can get the snap. The extra point is up, and it's good. So with 2:36 left to go in the fourth quarter, we have the Cougars 21 and the Spring Mills Cardinals 19. Folks, we have a ball game brewing.
And we are going to take you to a commercial break from our sponsors before we bring you back to this barn burner of a fourth quarter.
Choice for real estate closings. In fact, we were honored to be chosen as the best of the best real estate closing attorneys for 2022 by the Martinsburg Journal. With offices conveniently located on Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg and South George Street in Charlestown, Catro Law proudly serves the Eastern Panhandle. Whether on the court, field, or in the classroom, we wish all of our student athletes a safe and successful.
Shenandoah Junction. We are about to have ourselves a heck of a finish to the game. Guess don't know if Spring Mills is going to just kick it to them and try to get a defensive stop. Going to go for that onside kick again, but they got themselves into a position where if they can stop Jefferson from scoring, get the ball back, a field goal could win the game for them.
Yeah, they really came out here and honestly outplayed Jefferson in this second half. Jefferson just hasn't come out with a lot of intensity on defense. Still continue with the miscues on offense, and another onside kick, but it fails to go 10 yards. Spring Mills thinks they recovered it, but it did not go 10 yards. So Jefferson will get the ball back.
Close, but no cigar.
I'm waiting for the official to give the signal. It looks like they're giving Spring Mills the ball, but there's no way from my angle, and I'm on the 50-yard line, did it reach the 50-yard line before a Spring Mills player touched it. The referees are concurring now about it, and they agreed with each other and the Spring Mills sideline and fans saying that it's a first down for Spring Mills.
Well, you know what?
I think if we had instant replay, that call would be overturned. But we
know what, JD? They always say don't let the game stay close enough to let the officials decide it.
Absolutely, and Hunter is irate right now, and deservingly so. The referees missed that one for sure.
2 minutes and 36 seconds to go. Spring Mills with the opportunity to drive down and win this game.
What a game this second half has been for the Spring Mills Cardinals.
Coach Hunter is livid.
Jefferson needs a turnover. They haven't gotten one all game. Anderson with the handoff to Eaton again.
There's your guy.
Through for 5, maybe 6 yards. Alex Eaton has been a stud this whole game.
Jefferson, hurry up, back of the line of scrimmage quickly.
Anderson, back to pass. He's pressured. Oh, he's wrapped up this time. Nowhere to go.
Sack.
And that's your man, Quinn Goins. That's his second sack of the game, I believe, for Goins. And he's coming up big for the Cougars here late in the fourth quarter. That brings up a big 3rd down and 10 for the Spring Mills Cardinals.
Obviously, we're in 4-down territory, so we'll see if Spring Mills is going to try to get all 10 at one time.
Again. He steps up. He's got a man wide open. It's a 1st down. A great tackle by Rockwell, but Cam Taylor with the reception, and another big 1st down for the Cardinals.
Home Team Sports Game 1 of the season, bringing you a nail-biter coming down to the wire.
How about the poise in the pocket, though, for Max Anderson, showing that maturity as he rolls out to the right side, pitches it there to
big-time read by the running back to pick up the blitzer. Eaton with the huge block to keep the heat off Max Anderson.
And that's Nate Graham on the reception for a gain of 5. And another good gain and a positive play for the Spring Mills Cardinals.
1 minute and 20 to go in this game. Spring Mills has got the ball on the 34-yard line.
With all momentum on their side, Spring Mills is hyped. They're sidelining their fans, and it just looks like the wind has just gotten sucked right out of the Jefferson Cougars.
This stadium has gotten quiet real quick.
Anderson back to pass again. Looks like he's got a man. He rolls out to the left. He's got a man wide open, but he has to come back for it. It looks like he's out of bounds.
Incomplete pass.
He was so wide open. If Max Anderson could have stepped into that throw, they would have had another 1st down, probably inside the 20. But he couldn't get enough on it.
Rolling to his left, trying to throw across his body, and didn't have his shoulder square, unfortunately. That could have been a devastating play to the Cougars.
So here we go. Brings up another key 3rd down.
And Bajent's got to come off the field now. Looks like he's cramping up again, leaning over. The story of this game, injuries, cramps, big plays, and
a lot of miscues
winning the battle at the line of
Jefferson
scrimmage. A lot of miscues for Jefferson.
They've got to go back to the drawing board, win or lose, and work on a lot of things this week in practice.
Based on performance coming out of last season and expectations going into this season, with the amount of players that made a major impact on the state level for Jefferson last year, Spring Mills pulls this out, I would have to say it's a huge upset to start the EPAC season.
Yeah, as we have a timeout on the field, it looks like Spring Mills is going to talk about it as they got a big 3rd and 5 coming up, and I agree. Jefferson's obviously should have the experience advantage especially on defense, but Spring Mills has shown great maturity, and the fact that they're willing to come in here and, give Jefferson everything they've got. They've, like you said, they've won in the trenches, and they just keep getting positive yards every single play. And when you do that, good things tend to happen.
Spring Mills could have a trajectory-changing win for their program. And I want to
back to pass. It looks like a screenplay set up beautifully out there to Eaton. Eaton is
big
just
play.
short
Get out of
the first down, and
the clock is running. Spring Mills has one timeout left. Will they use it?
That was a great hustle play by Nolan Belab.
The clock has stopped. Want to thank all our viewers watching at home on Facebook from around the Eastern Panhandle and possibly everywhere in the world. Got a record number of viewers on our YouTube page right now, and want to thank our sponsors who helped us bring you this game tonight. Cattrall Law, Neil Powell, Goosehead Insurance, R&L Landscaping, Ameritech Tire and Auto, and Inwood and Ranson, the Barn, Bridal, and Formal Wear. Mountain State Basketball Academy, shout out Brantley Osborne. Cheryl Yates of ERA Liberty Realty for all your home needs. Benchwarmer Sparks Bar and Grill, $7 burger night on Mondays, 50-cent wings on Tuesdays. Big Mike's Grillin'. If you need a new Buick GMC, Cadillac, or certified pre-owned vehicle, show up at Opeckin Motors and tell them you saw Jeremy on Home Team, and I will hook you up with an amazing deal. Less than a minute to go, JD.
Yeah, I tell you what, I am so impressed with the Spring Mills Cardinals, their players, their coaching staff, and they've done a wonderful job and game plan perfectly for this game. And even though they're down right now, they have really turned around this game in the second half. And this is a huge 4th down coming up for the Cardinals and potentially the ball game. Max Anderson takes the snap up the middle, picks up the first down, and moves the chains once again for the Cardinals. The clock stops with 53 seconds to go, but it will start again once they set the ball.
We are about to have an electric finish here in the Junction tonight. Spring Mills driving.
Anderson's back to pass. He's looking for a receiver. He throws to the end zone, and it's
interception.
Off. Oh! He dropped the ball.
Big time play by the Spring Mills receiver to get back to the ball and knock it out of the Cougars' defensive back's hands. Game-saving play.
The ball was thrown a little short. He had a receiver. Jackson Rockwell had a chance for the interception, and it just went in and out of his hands, and that would have sealed the game for the Cougars. And Spring Mills lives to see another play. I believe if Anderson would have thrown that out there, they had a chance
that was a touchdown
for the receiver to make a play on it. So brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Cardinals with 39 seconds to go in the ball game.
Man, the excitement got me hanging out, switching from the front to the side of the press box, trying to get the best view.
Here we go. Anderson back to pass. He's looking for a receiver. He's dancing around. He doesn't have anybody, and he squirts out.
Oh!
He's still on his feet, but he takes the sack.
30 seconds to go.
Loss of about 2 yards on the play.
Spring Mills finally calls the timeout. We got 25 seconds to go. This has turned out to be a fantastic ending. What a treat for us here on Home Team Sports to bring you guys at home this game. Again, thank you so much to everybody who tuned in to support Spring Mills and Jefferson football tonight. We so much appreciate you guys. Shout out and appreciate all of our sponsors again for helping us bring you guys these games every Friday night during football season and multiple times during the week during basketball season. Another year of Home Team Sports bringing bigger and better media coverage to the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia and anywhere you can get an internet connection on YouTube.
Here we go.
Hit us up at Home Team Sports TV. Like the page on YouTube and subscribe so you can get notifications when we are live every time.
A big 3rd and 14 for the Cardinals. And Max Anderson rolls out. He cuts up the sideline to
Not
the left,
enough.
down to the 22-yard line.
Gets
maybe
out of
23.
bounds with 18 seconds to go.
It's going to bring up a huge 4th down in the ball game.
He got a
Spring
good
Mills.
chunk of yards, JD. He got a good chunk of yards, though. Got about half of them, 4th and 7. I thought it was going to be more of a 4th and 5, but this
Great
is
effort by Max Anderson. And this, folks, is the ball game here.
Big play for Spring Mills here. Probably the biggest play the program's had since the last play of their loss against Hedgesville. Got a last-second touchdown and 2-point conversion.
For the Spring Mills Cardinals. Let's see what they've got. Can
Jefferson.
Max Anderson make another big play? Anderson takes the snap. He's back to pass. He's under pressure. He throws it out there, and the ball is short and incomplete. And that will be your ball game. The Cougars will take over on downs with 12 seconds to go.
I have to say, Jefferson escaped this game. My gosh, what a ball game.
I'd have to agree with you.
Big shout out to Spring Mills for bringing it tonight. Big shout out. Gave us a great game to call. Great game for everybody at home to watch. Shout outs to their interim coach, Josh Sims, who just recently took over. Got Buddy Hessen and Jalen Hessen on staff. I think they got their team prepared to play a great game, and they're going to have a great season. Jefferson.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm super impressed. They may have not come out with the victory tonight, but this is still a young team. They've got a very promising future, and I think they're going to have a very good season. They are going to upset some teams this year, so teams better be careful. They played a heck of a ball game tonight, and Jefferson just didn't come out to play. I think Spring Mills definitely outplayed them. It didn't show on the scoreboard, but they definitely outplayed them tonight, and I think they're going to have to go and make a lot of adjustments here this week to prepare for next week's game.
Just want to correct myself real quick. Marcus Law is your interim coach. I'm sitting here looking at a roster that says Josh Sims is the head coach, and I'm not sure why we didn't get a corrected roster, but that still is my bad because I did media day with him, and I knew that. So my apologies to Marcus Law. Big-time work you're doing over there, boss.
And that's going to end your ball game with the Jefferson Cougars squeaking out a victory 21-19 over the Spring Mills Cardinals. And we will be right back with the Home Team Sports player of the game.
Helping families is my passion. It's what I love to do. Hi, I'm Shirl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty. I've established a reputation for making your journey simple regardless of your price point. They say it takes a village, so I work closely with other professionals in the industry to make your experience a smooth one from start to finish.
We're so happy that we chose Cheryl Gates with ERA Liberty Realty to help us during our buying and selling process. If you would like a 5-star experience from top to bottom, choose Cheryl Yates.
As an Eastern Panhandle native, I possess an insight and knowledge of the area that is essential to reaching your goals. Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
This is Jimmy, General Manager at Ameritech Tire and Auto, here to serve you with all your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's latest, newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Atkins, broadcast announcer with Home Team Sports TV, sales consultant here at EPAC Motors. Make a fast break to 838 East Moeller Avenue in Martinsburg. Come see me for a slam dunk of a deal.
All right, Chloe, well, congratulations on your new policies. And just basically making sure all of your information looks okay. I went ahead and emailed you proof of insurance as well as ID cards. And if you need me for any reason, just don't hesitate to reach out. You can give me a call or text me anytime, okay?
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you. Buying or selling real estate? Katra Law is the local choice for real estate closings. In fact, we were honored to be chosen as the best of the best real estate closing attorneys for 2022 by the Martinsburg Journal. With offices conveniently located on Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg and South George Street in Charlestown, Katra Law proudly serves the Eastern Panhandle. Whether on the court, field, or in the classroom, we wish all of our student athletes a safe and successful.
Welcome back to the hot, humid press box here at Cougar Field at Jefferson High School in Shenandoah Junction. JD, we and all of our fans at home were treated to an amazing electric finish tonight.
Yeah, what a great football game. And, this is what high school football is all about, one team's up, the other team comes back. It's just kind of back and forth, in the first and the second half, It just was a good football game. It was an exciting game to call for the first game of the season, and I couldn't have asked for anything more.
It was a great finish. We had a very methodical first half, a lot of grinding, old school football. Second half, there were some more mistakes made. Good special teams plays on both sides, and helped give us a much more exciting, electric first half. Really, really came down to a nail-biter. Jefferson had an opportunity to get an interception and win the game and gave the Spring Mills Cardinals one more play. Luckily for Coach Hunter and his Cougars, they were able to, I would say, escape with a very close win over what appears to be a very young, talented Spring Mills Cardinals program.
Yeah, despite the victory, I think, Hunter and his coaching staff know that they didn't play their best game tonight. It's always good to get the win, and that's what they're going to focus on. And I know that's what he's going to tell the kids. But there's still a lot of work to do, and it's a young season, and there's plenty of games left in the season to work on these things. But the schedule doesn't get easier, so they're going to have to start making these adjustments and correcting a lot of these mistakes that they made tonight pretty quickly, and if they want to have another successful run to the playoffs.
Something
I think
that was really, really stood out to me is Spring Mills had more players going both ways than Jefferson did tonight, but Jefferson was the one that was cramping up.
Yeah, and that's surprising. You would have thought that it would have been a little bit better on Jefferson's side, so they're going to have to kind of go back to the drawing board and that, figure it out, get with the trainers and find out why so many players were cramping. But anyway,
that being said, JD, we got our Neil Powell Goosehead Insurance Player of the Game in the box now. I'm going to take my headset off and hand it to him, and JD Fritz is going to give us that interview. But before I go, I want to thank all of our fans that tuned in all across social media tonight to watch us. Very exciting that we were able to bring you this game, and definitely want to shout out our sponsors again. Without them, we wouldn't be able to bring you this game tonight. Cattrall Law, Neil Powell, Goosehead Insurance, player of the game next. EPAC Motors, call Jer for all your car needs. R&L Landscaping, Ameritech Tire and Auto, The Barn Bridal, and Formal Wear. Mountain State Basketball Academy, Cheryl Yates of ERA Liberty Realty, Benchwarmer Sports Bar and Grill in Ranson, Big Mike's Grillin'. With that being said, Jeremy's out. Going to let JD handle this interview, and I will see y'all and talk to y'all next time.
We're going to bring in our home team sports player of the game, Tayshawn Roper. Tayshawn, you guys kind of got off to a slow start. Yeah. You know, you guys had a few mistakes and penalties early on to put you guys back. Talk about what your coach Hunter said to you guys at halftime to make those adjustments.
You know, we were up 14-0. After halftime, you know, it's 0-0. Game restarts. So he just wanted to keep the intensity up. Don't get relaxed. Keep fighting. You saw we kept getting tired, pushed through it at the end. Yeah, that's what we do.
Well, talk about your first play there. Was it a little swing pass out of the backfield, and just you basically, you know, made a couple moves and down the sideline. Was that a design play to you on that one?
Yeah, swing route, got good blocks, and then I just turned on my speed up the sideline.
Yeah, that's something that I hope we see a lot more of this year. Also, you know, they tried to get you going a lot more during the game. Sometimes it wasn't there. What was that the game plan to try to get you the bulk of the carries tonight?
I don't know, but we were just trying to establish the run game. Right. Couldn't really get it going a little bit, but we had some good looks there. We'll get it next time.
Yeah, it looks like you guys are definitely going to have to, you know, kind of correct some of those mistakes that you made. It kind of did get a little sloppy there. Spring Mills went on a good run in the second half, and, you know, they made a game out of it. So, you know, kudos to Spring Mills, and, you know, but congratulations again on the win, and I hope to see you guys up here again maybe another week.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Tayshawn Roper, player of the game. And for J.D. Fritz and Jeremy Atkins and Home Team Sports with Harry and all our cameramen, we guys will see you next week, and we're out.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty. I've established a reputation for making your journey simple regardless of your price point. They say it takes a village, so I work closely with other professionals in the industry to make your experience a smooth one from start to finish.
We're so happy that we chose Cheryl Yates with ERA Liberty Realty to help us on our buying and selling process. If you would like a 5-star experience from top to bottom, choose Cheryl Yates.
As an Eastern Panhandle native, I possess an insight and knowledge of the area that is essential to reaching your goals. Whatever your real estate needs may be, remember me. I'm the key to buying or selling your home.
This is Jimmy, General Manager at Ameritech Tire and Auto, here to serve you with all your auto repair and service needs. We are a family-owned business serving our community since 2003. We work on all makes and models from vintage cars and trucks to collectors to today's newest vehicles. So stop in and see us at one of our 2 locations. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Atkins, broadcast announcer with Home Team Sports TV, sales consultant here at EPAC Motors. Make a fast break to 838 East Moeller Avenue in Martinsburg. Come see me for a slam dunk of a deal.
All right, Chloe, well, congratulations on your new policies. And just basically making sure all of your information looks okay. I went ahead and emailed you proof of insurance as well as ID cards. And if you need me for any reason, just don't hesitate to reach out. You can give me a call or text me anytime, okay?
Okay, that's perfect.
Thank you.
Buying or selling real estate? Katra Law is the local choice for real estate closings. In fact, we were honored to be chosen as the best of the best real estate closing attorneys for 2022 by the Martinsburg Journal. With offices conveniently located on Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg and South George Street in Charlestown, Katra Law proudly serves the Eastern Panhandle. Whether on the court, field, or in the classroom, we wish all of our student athletes a safe and successful